This is row 1, seat 1.
Well, this is nice. When did we start doing this? Nobody told me about this. I thought everything sucked now. Do you have a card?
You shake my bones and you rat on my balls.
Yeah. Fucking place now. I'm going to, okay? Jada, I love him. Can't wait to see it. All right?
Luck is for dudes.
I'm like, Joey can't get to his damn computer and phone fast enough to just smash everything he can possibly say.
That means every fucking thing to me.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country. We're about to ride again, baby. It's coming. We're back. We're back, Broncos country. We're riding again, bitch. The hack is out in Denver.
So you sure
We're
about
back
that?
on top. It is.
Is
Listen.
my mic on?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh,
on.
you're
I can hear you.
Pump me up in my headphones.
Turn my headphones up.
I didn't want to say that.
Turn them shits up.
How's that better?
I bought this baby straight cash.
Yeah, much better. Yeah, okay.
Turn my headphones up. I can't hear the beat.
Yeah.
Yo, turn it. I'm serious. Turn it up in my headphones. I can't hear the beat.
Turn them shits up.
Turn them shits up. That Dave Chappelle skit was fucking gold. God, I love that show.
All of them were.
Was there a better 2-year run of any show? Like
No.
Even
No.
three. Even year 3 was great.
well, the lost episodes.
tapes. Lost episodes.
The lost
whatever.
episodes are fucking glorious too.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle is a comedy fucking genius. You see how Chris Rock is doing a live event on Netflix in March?
No, banging.
no,
Really?
isn't that the one that
No, it's gonna
that
be-
I went to, or is it a new one?
No, it's gonna be a new one, live. They're gonna be Netflix is gonna be streaming it live.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw him live, whatever it was, a few months ago. He was okay.
I mean, Chris Rock's been around for a long time.
I mean, his material wasn't that great. That's what I mean by okay.
Listen, Chris Rock's no Dave Chappelle, but he still brought a CB4. So,
Oh, shit.
yo,
I'm 3 generations deep.
3 generations
They
deep in
show me their
gangster.
guns, G.
That was a great fucking. If you've never seen CB4, have you ever seen CB4, Sean?
Yes, years ago.
You have
Oh,
to
okay.
watch it.
It is-
Anybody listening, if you've never seen it, it's one of the greatest.
Cult classics of all time.
Yeah, and it's actually Charlie Murphy's first on-screen appearance.
Charlie Murphy
That's
was
his
Well,
first
Charlie Murphy
movie.
was-
God rest his soul.
Charlie Murphy was actually in development with that movie. He had a lot to say with direction, acting, writing, and that was before he got like shit on by like everybody because it was like, oh, you're Eddie Murphy's brother.
right. Everyone was
Right,
just giving him
right.
a shit because he was Eddie Murphy's little brother, and they
Hey,
were
how
like,
come I can
nah,
only
fuck
hear
him.
my right ear?
Welcome to the club.
Listen,
Oh,
listen,
all right,
dude.
fuck
That's
it.
me. In real life.
Shit goes sideways, right?
Yeah, no, but that movie.
Why
a
do things
fucking
Why do things
classic.
not work on this show? I have no idea, dude. Look, I put this whole thing together. Okay, I am no expert. All right.
Yeah, I'm licking your balls.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm licking your balls.
Yeah. You got King Kong balls.
Yeah,
You just
King
got-
Kong balls.
I,
got huge
I don't know.
balls.
You just got massive balls.
When his boy was doing the sex talk line, trying to make extra money.
He
Wow,
had that
I haven't seen
job.
it in so long. I don't
Oh
remember that
my
at all.
God.
Wow, really?
My
Dude,
favorite.
I haven't seen the movie in like 10, 15 years.
My
Oh,
favorite, my
man.
favorite line from that movie is when Chris Rock's dad comes in and he's like, "Should you be in school?" He's like, "Dad, it's Saturday, so go look at a school."
Yeah.
And like, get the hell out of my get off my couch, bitch! Like he's sitting
There
there with
was
his
so
girlfriend.
many. My favorite was the Ice-T skit.
Ice-T.
Ice-T was the best. That was so fucking funny.
Yo,
dude.
Augusto, step to
Look
me.
at me. He showed me the
These
way.
ninjas is real, G.
Yeah.
They show me they guns, G.
Jay.
That was fucking amazing. He's like, and I was blessed. Oh, welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us. Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1, right here live on the one, the
What
only,
up,
the
what up?
New Bedford Guide. New Bedford Guide been putting out some good material lately. You notice that?
Yeah.
I don't. I
No.
mean, I follow it every day, and obviously because I have to.
No? Oh, I do.
But there's been some.
definitely
New Bedford Guide's been putting it down lately. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say one thing about our colleagues at the New Bedford Guide. They are putting in some work. So
Like
good for them.
what? I don't go online a lot for Bedford Guide. No, tell me.
They just come up with a lot of fast news shit that, like,
Yeah, like,
around
there's just
here, like, they're
A
just
lot
on
of good
local
local
stuff?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, accidents, like just dumb shit, like even like lost dogs.
They
and
come up
stuff
with good
like
stuff
that.
like accidents.
No,
Well,
but
no,
I mean,
they're,
like
they're on top of
horrible
everything.
shit.
they're just on
top
top of everything, right?
All right, fair.
And if you ever follow them, all the lost puppies on there and lost dogs, New Bedford, y'all gotta get your shit together.
Yeah,
because I have
seriously.
seen so many fucking lost animals lately, like dogs.
But that's
It
what
is
animals do.
freezing
Animals get
outside.
lost. They do that.
Man, people
Not
need to
that
get their
much.
freaking shit together, dude.
Well,
it's,
maybe it's actually less people getting lost, but it's more attention to it. So it looks like
That's
there's
what I'm
more.
saying. Listen, it's just like all those
it's
stupid
kind of
ass.
the point, right?
It's all those stupid ass holiday meme things that you see where like a dog is not a Christmas present. It is a 15-year commitment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're just getting it for the thrill of things during the holidays and you don't give a shit about it afterwards, fuck you and shame on you.
Absolutely. Those are the worst kind of people.
Absolutely.
And they almost always buy pit bulls, but I digest. So,
I knew it was coming.
Yeah,
I knew it was coming.
I like pit bulls though. I mean, I don't want them to rip my fucking face off, but like
honestly, my favorite pit bull I ever
they're
met,
cute
her name was Penelope.
Penelope.
And I really enjoyed that
yeah,
dog.
dude. Remember the one at the
But also
the
in
whale.
The pound.
5 years of traveling sales, I've only been bit by one dog, and it was a pit bull. So
well, of course it was. You're lucky
Yeah.
you didn't get mauled by it.
Wait, maybe
I'm
it was a
lucky my
rapper.
tricep is still intact, okay? Because that's where it got me. And they told me after they got done telling me, like, oh, yeah, don't worry about that one, meaning the pit bull. They were like, it's that one and that one you have to worry about. And it was like a wiener dog and a chihuahua. And I was like, yeah, I'm not worried about them at all. Like, no.
That dog
And-
can't actually kill me.
And then next thing you know, the mother is like screaming. It was they were babysitting their son's pit bull
What the?
while he was overseas serving our country. Thank you.
Thank you.
And his dog was in the care of his parents.
Right.
So it jumped up and bit me. And then the mother was like, "I knew he should have got rid of that fucking dog. That fucking thing sucks." And they started freaking out on the husband. And I'm like, listen, man, it didn't break skin. It's cool. We're good.
Yeah, like you
but-
didn't log on.
you know what? We're just gonna do this outside. Like, let's go down. So anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. We've got an absolutely action-packed, loaded 2 hours to get to here tonight. So much to talk about. Joey Fats Radio, row 1C1 774-992-8702 is the phone number. Give us a call. We've got your thoughts and feelings, and we want to hear on everything that transpired over the Christmas holiday weekend, from Christmas Eve, where we had the full slate of games.
Yeah, what'd Santa bring you?
What did Santa bring you? He brought me the gift of Nathaniel Hackett finally being fired.
I didn't get that.
After the Rams dropped their dick on the Broncos and
You don't
put
want
a 50
that, yeah.
burger
Yes,
up.
I do.
I know. Baker Mayfield said, "Set him down."
He was like, cabeza.
Yep.
We made Baker Mayfield look like the second coming of Peyton Manning. It was awesome. And it finally got my coach fired, which I've been calling for the last 15 weeks. Ever since he elected to go for a 64-yard field goal in Seattle instead of 4th and 5, which seemed at the time in a game where you had 400-plus yards of offense, you were like, yeah, 5 yards probably pretty easy to pick up. Those last 5 at the end of the drive might be a little tough. But 5 in the middle of the field, we could probably handle that.
What if you end up getting Sean Payton?
I don't
and
want Sean Payton.
Russ still sucks.
I don't think you.
All right. What if you
we're
get
not-
John Gruden and Russ still
No,
sucks?
We're not
it's
getting
not
either
gonna
one of
John
those
Gruden.
two.
It's not either one.
No,
of them.
if we get John Gruden, Russ is doomed.
Yeah.
All right, if we get Sean Payton, Russ is probably doomed.
Why do you think that?
Because I
They
don't think
want their own guys. They
I
want
don't.
old
I don't
guys.
think Russ is gonna be. I don't think Sean Payton wants to coach Russ.
So what do you think
And
a
I don't
fit-
think Russ wants to be coached by Sean
What do
Payton.
you think a fit's going to be though
Oh,
for
God.
the Broncos?
Ideally, for me,
Don't say it.
I would. I don't know. I have to look at who's going to actually be available.
Do you know the rumor right now?
Bill Belichick,
No.
because I've seen that the Denver media is swirling around the idea that Bill Belichick might be available after this season, and
It's
I'm
not,
like,
it's never gonna happen.
no.
I don't
I'm
think
like,
it's
Bill
gonna
Belichick
happen.
is not leaving the Patriots.
Yeah, he's not gonna
Which
leave like
Just
mere
goes to show you.
games.
And listen, I love the Denver Broncos, but the Denver media
Psychos.
is they're like a D- in terms of like
Knowledge.
and where they're at. Like they really got nothing to talk about out
T-minus
there.
in the quality of their job.
Their shit sucks out there.
the
Like at
big
least
rumor-
like EEI in Boston, like EEI and Sports Hub, like they've got tons of shit to talk about and good teams and 3 or 4 teams at any given moment they could talk about, whether it be
Yeah.
the Bruins, the Celtics,
Whether- even if they're
the Red
shit, they
Sox,
talk
the
about 'em,
Patriots.
yeah.
But Boston media, those guys do it right. They do it good. Like, say what you want about Felger and Maz or about Beetle and Zoe or whatever, like, all those guys. I mean, even the shitty shows, listen, I couldn't stand fucking Ned Flanders and Keefe on EEI,
Yep.
but they were really good at what they did. They were really good at talking about sports and making it interesting.
Right.
Denver media is not that. Like,
They're
I'm
terrible.
listening to, like, Darren McKee and, like, Brandon Stokely and, like, these guys like
Brandon
these like
Stokely. I know,
throwback
right?
like Denver guys. And listen, I love Brandon
Throwback
Stokely. I
Indianapolis
love
guys.
Brandon Stokely, but he might be one of the worst radio personalities I've ever listened to.
Well, he has massive CTE trauma.
And not even it doesn't even go. But it's not even that. It's like, but they don't understand the art of like you don't have to just construct two sides to an argument and play listicles all day. Like, you know, you get to the end of the year, everybody wants to do the listicles, right? Everyone wants to, what were the top 10 plays? What were the top 10 this? What was the top 10 that? That is fodder. That is like, it's a slow news week. We keep that shit in the can.
The bank.
Yep.
Right.
And we
right.
put it in the bank. And right, it's like Matt and Trey say when they're doing South Park episodes. That's a bank episode.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, we got one. So we come up on a week where we have a writer's block. We got nothing.
Right.
We got a bank episode.
Right.
That's what listicles do. Denver media does that every single day, and they just say like outrageous shit just to try to be outrageous. And it's like, dude, stop. Like no one gives a fuck about like what Russell Wilson was at a casino.
Just
and there's-
poor quality
and all they do is spend
journalism.
4 hours of like one talk show on the Denver, I forget what the station was, like 10 whatever, blah blah blah. I used to have it on my phone,
Whatever
but I
it is.
deleted it because it was so shitty. And I'm like, I can't fucking listen to you guys. I'm like, I love Denver sports. You know what I mean? Like I'm all for like
of course, yeah. I get
listening
that.
to Broncos talk, and I'm all for listening to, you know, Nuggets talk or Avalanche or even the Rockies, whatever. But Denver sports talk radio was so fucking bad. I literally
Right.
deleted the app off my phone, and I've never looked back. I'm like, that was fucking bad.
Terrible.
You know, you've got like Mark Schlereth out there who just sits there, and like everybody thinks it's cool and edgy to be like, they all try to be, I guess, what Felger is. Just like
Yeah,
the
Felger's-
guy who lives here but hates on all the teams, like takes the anti like home team approach, and like everybody in Denver sports radio tries to do that, and it's like, bro, that ain't you. Stop. Like you can be a little bit of a cheerleader, you can be a little bit of be a realist. Like don't just. But they
No, he's
bet
right.
like the Broncos were like I forget what it was. It
Am
was
I missing something?
what?
Am I missing something? Because you fucking hate all the fucking home teams, you asshole.
I'm not.
You hate all the home teams, and you sit there. You try to be like, I'm an out-of-towner sports fan. Fuck all you local guys.
No, but I hate all the home teams. But I can sit here and tell you like, yeah, the Patriots are good or the Patriots aren't good.
That's,
I can tell you.
that's
I
true,
can tell
guess,
you,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I might not give the Celtics the credit they deserve most of the time because fuck the Celtics
Right.
and they're
But
trash.
you're a fucking
No,
Lakers
no,
fan.
no,
You
they're
don't
good
even
right
watch
now.
hockey, I don't think.
I don't
You
even
hate
watch hockey.
You hate
And-
the fucking Celtics.
and
You hate
listen,
the Red Sox.
I hate the Red Sox until John Henry inevitably sells the fucking
All
team,
right.
and then I'll be back on board.
So
It's
he's
coming.
a suspended non-fan. All right.
By the way,
But I just...
if you had to pick a hockey team, gun to your head, pick a team right now. That's your hockey team.
I don't
First
even.
one that pops in your mind.
I don't even know hockey.
First one. Just
You
pick
can't
one.
say the
Just pick one.
Bruins.
Gun's going to go. Click, 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 click.
The only team I can think of is the Bruins because I don't know anybody else.
No, pick another name.
Who else is a hockey team? I don't
Tons.
know hockey
Just
teams.
pick the Vegas Knights. They're really cool.
There you go.
No, I don't want. They're associated with the Raiders, so fuck them.
No, they're
No,
not.
they're not.
Well, Vegas is.
The St. Louis Blues
There you go.
because they played
Ah, you fucking...
Gloria.
They made Gloria.
They played Gloria.
Joey's a
That's-
St. Louis Blues
St.
fan.
Louis Blues. Jesus Christ, the murder capital of the country.
I mean, whatever. dude.
Pat from the chat threw out Blackhawks cause liberals.
Blackhawks are dope, but I fucking hate them because
I know
scored, like,
so
2
little
goals in
about
17
hockey. Like I
seconds.
literally don't even know what the lines on the court mean. I don't know. I don't
not
care.
a court.
I don't care. I don't care. Like it's Canadian soccer.
I think the Bruins should still go off.
Like,
Nah,
hockey-
it's a little bit cool. You can't associate hockey with soccer. It's way fucking cooler than that.
I will give you that.
Soccer doesn't. That's its own.
But in terms
shit-tier
of
thing, like,
my
You've-
personal interest, hockey is like
You've said playoff hockey's pretty awesome.
cunt hair above.
Playoff hockey
is
is
rad.
fucking sick.
Playoff hockey's rad.
I don't really watch regular season, although I respect the game no matter what because I do like hockey, but it's not like on my radar for me to switch on and watch. If a Bruins game's on, cool. Let me know when they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's hockey for me.
But last-
bet your ass when they're in the fucking playoffs, I'm rooting just as hard for the Bruins
Just
as
swallowed
I
down the
am
wrong
for, say, the Celtics in the playoffs or the Red Sox or the
Well-
Colts in the playoffs.
Well,
I'm rooting that
glad
hard.
I'm glad you're here now because now that it's past Christmas, like now we've all talked about it. Once it's past Christmas, you can start actually taking basketball seriously. Kept my mouth shut this whole time.
Yes, you can start at least
Celtics are looking like a wagon right now. I mean, they're pretty fucking good.
Well, we dropped a few there in the middle. Orlando twice.
You have to drop. You can't win everything.
But here's the thing with the Celtics, right?
Clippers,
and we all know what's going to happen. Jason Tatum's going to look great for the next 3 months.
I think Jason Tatum's really coming into his own.
And then they're going to get to the playoffs, and he's going to be like,
we smoked.
What the fuck is this?
Milwaukee.
Well, Joey's got a point because Jason Tatum, from what I see, and you can ask fucking Dad this, we watched the whole series together last season.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum in the playoffs, for some reason, has this problem of not being able to put consecutive games together.
He's always had that.
You got to hope he grows out of that if you're a Celtics fan, because he's your only hope at this point.
Exactly. He has a dope fucking game, drops like 40 points,
And
like
don't
whatever.
look now, but Brooklyn's all of a sudden getting their shit together too.
I know. And then Tatum will disappear the next game, and he'll disappear.
KG will if the Brooklyn Nets are playing well come playoff time and they're healthy, they will murder the Celtics.
They dropped 91 points in the first half the other day. Didn't they?
Yes, they are going to destroy the Celtics. I think it's going to be.
I feel like KD just is like. Whatever.
I think it's going to be Bucks. I think it's going to be Bucks.
I don't think
Nets.
KD's going to make it to the end of the season. He's going to get hurt because that's what he always does.
That's the thing with the Nets. But look but my point being through this whole thing, right, is that I don't give a shit about hockey. I don't really give a shit. Like I hate on the Celtics because it's
You're a Lakers
easy,
fan, yeah.
and I'm a Lakers fan, and I still stand by my statement that the Lakers will win a championship before the Celtics.
What if they win one this year?
Who?
The Celtics.
Then I will be wrong.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen very often. So
I just want to hear it. That's all.
it doesn't happen often, so you'll hear that. But I still stand by my I just believe that.
I bet you a drink at Phase. The Celtics win this year.
You think the Celtics are going to win it this year?
Yep, and I'll buy you a drink if I'm wrong.
So I get the field. I get all 29 other teams.
Don't give a shit. Celtics are winning.
Celtics don't win. You owe me a drink.
Celtics don't win. I owe you a
Deal.
drink.
What kind of deal is that?
What do you mean?
It's 2019 versus 1. The odds are in his favor heavily.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to win. Because the Celtics are going to win this year.
You really think the Celtics are going to win a championship this year?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're pretty close.
Yeah,
Not
I
even
do.
close.
Yep, I'll bet you a drink on it. What the fuck's a
They'll
drink?
be out. They'll be out in the second round.
Nope. No.
They're gonna have to go through Brooklyn and Milwaukee, and they're not gonna get through. And even Philly,
Which they will.
who could play the role of spoiler.
Nah, they'll get
Miami is better. Listen. Again, it's early. We don't even know what the final rosters are going to be like because we still got 2 months before the trade deadline.
I think the Celtics should go all in and try to get like one more big piece. Honest to God.
If they don't and they just go in with what they have, they're dead in the water.
I don't think they're dead in the water.
They're a good team. They're a good team, but it's going to take some nice bounces to get them there. But yeah.
Wait,
anyway.
I'm sorry. I know we got really off track. Sorry, everybody. But going back to the Denver Broncos head coaching situation, big rumor I've been seeing from the people I trust is that Harbaugh would seriously consider Denver.
Not going to happen.
He would consider, not Denver.
Would you like that?
Consider.
Would you welcome that?
Absolutely
No,
not.
you don't think so?
I would love Harbaugh in Denver because he would fucking destroy that team.
Yes, he would. It'd be Josh McDaniels 2.0.
Oh, really?
Joey Fats Radio,
Keep
row
giving
1C1.
What'd you guys feed Joey before the show saying the Celtics are out of the second round?
Crack.
But I will call Joey.
I'm sorry. What have the Celtics done outside of blowing a 2-1 lead last year in the finals against Golden State? What have they
Got better?
What have they done?
Got better?
How have they gotten better?
They're winning more games?
I don't. Again, okay, we just
Blake
got
Griffin.
Christmas was 2 days ago. Okay,
Blake Griffin.
football, basketball just started to matter 48 hours ago.
Hauser.
Okay, nothing
just
that happens before Christmas matters. Okay, now is the time where you start to look at the NBA and you say, okay,
Jason
let's
Tatum's
start
kid.
paying attention. Then when we get the actual rosters, the final rosters, whatever those 12, 15 guys will be, when Easter rolls around, in 2 more months, okay, then
3.
what? The trade deadline's like what, mid-February?
But Easter's in like 3.5 months.
Right, but I'm saying we won't know what the rosters on Easter will look like for another 2 months when the trade deadline's up.
Okay.
Okay, so we got to see what the trade deadline brings, and then we'll be able to accurately assess who is going to do what when the playoffs come. And until that point comes, I can talk all the shit I want because right now all I see is a bunch of fucking frauds dressed in green running around looking like pretend they're leprechauns.
You sound like when John Durant says the Raiders are going to go like 17-0 every year. Oh,
Listen,
and Joey, I think
in Durant's defense, he has never said the Raiders will go undefeated. I'm the only person who's called for an undefeated season here.
Durant
I've
did
been
go
calling for an
undefeated in
undefeated
fantasy.
season for the Broncos for the last 9 years, every year on this show. So, whatever.
I heard today Sean Payton may go back to the Saints to try to get Brady there.
No,
But
is he?
why would he go back there? Like that ended so badly. Like the ownership and him just didn't get along at the end. And he was like, "Fuck it, I'm out of here."
I want Sean Payton and I want Baker Mayfield in Indianapolis by next year.
That makes a ton of sense. That makes a shitload of
Sean Payton
sense.
in Indiana makes.
Yeah.
Sean
They have
Payton
to
and
get fixed.
Baker Mayfield paired up in Indianapolis with that current defense and that roster
Why
situation.
Baker Mayfield?
I want that. Because Bake's got nowhere, and what other
And
fucking quarterback are we going to get?
Listen,
You know what I
Baker
mean? Like,
Baker got
Jameis
fucked.
Winston?
Sean, when Baker Mayfield got drafted by the Cleveland Browns, and they were like, Freddie Kitchens is our head coach, we were like,
well, there goes his career.
I'm just gonna
we
tweet
called
that
it right
photo
off the
out.
rip.
Freddie Kittens.
Freddie fucking Kitchens was the head coach. Like, that has got to be one of the worst head coaches of all time. Like, he's up there with Rich Kotite, for fuck's sake. Like, that's bad.
Just Saturday.
Listen, Jeff Saturday at least won a game.
I'd rather have the coach from the Lions here that went 0-16. What's his name?
Marinelli.
Marinelli. I'd rather have Rod Marinelli in there.
And it wasn't even his fault they went 0-16.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
They just lost like 8 one-score games that year.
Yeah, it was like fucking atrocious. I'm like,
Imagine
Jesus
having
Christ.
having Megatron and who was it? No, it wasn't. Who was the quarterback that year? It was
Before
pre-Stafford.
Stafford?
It was pre-Stafford. It was,
Kittner?
Joey Blues
Kittner.
guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
Kittner.
John Kittner. John Kittner.
Jesus Kittner.
It was Kittner, Campbell,
Kittner.
Kittner. It was Kittner,
Johnny Kittner.
Megatron, and fucking what's his name? Roy Williams.
Roy Williams.
Oh,
Don't talk about
yeah.
your manscape.
And then they traded Roy Williams midseason to Dallas, and I was like, oh my god, Dallas is going to be a beast. And then Roy Williams caught 1 touchdown, and that was it.
No,
I wish
Detroit
Megatron
knew he
played
was
with
awful.
Brady.
He was a piece of shit.
What's that?
I wish Megatron got to play with Brady.
Yeah.
I wish
a lot of
Megatron
guys
got to
don't-
do
Play with any
play
other
anywhere except Detroit.
anywhere except Detroit.
Because
yeah.
the only
Yeah,
place
I know.
worse than Detroit is Cleveland, and then
Yeah.
a close third after that is the
Jacksonville
Raiders.
or Raiders. Yeah.
And then at least the Jags have like
This
stumbled
year-
upon
well,
success at
every
times.
once in a while.
But but back to your Celtics, Pat. I just look. Unless they make a move at the trade deadline, if they
They
go
shouldn't
back,
make
if
any
they go
moves.
back into the playoffs
moves.
with this roster,
Perfect.
I don't
Love it.
see it. It's not a championship roster to me unless Tatum
Listen to me.
does some things that I don't foresee him doing.
I want the Celtics to sign J.R. Smith. Just for fun.
He's playing golf, bro.
I
He's
know.
Good.
I just for fun. I just want to make fun of it.
I know. Right?
Sentimental reasons, Isaiah, but he's cooked.
Of course he's cooked. I just want him to laugh. At
Listen,
it.
I'm just saying I don't see the Celtics winning a championship this year.
I want him to smoke
Paul
meth
put a
and
drink
try to-
on it.
I put
and-
a drink on
and,
it,
and
bro.
I'm willing to take that bet
The
because
Celtics are winning.
I don't see it. Like, not with Milwaukee,
needs to step up
Brooklyn,
in the
and
playoffs.
Philly. I just
They
feel
didn't
like
see it last year. We still
Well,
made it.
but Joey, they can't beat the Celtics in 7 games.
Who?
The Bucks won't beat the Celtics in 7 games.
if Chris Middleton's healthy,
just
they will
Won't.
because he hasn't been
If
healthy.
he's
He
never
wasn't healthy last year,
No, we got lucky with that.
and they got lucky as shit. They barely eked out
Yeah,
against the
that's fair,
Bucks.
Joey.
But we
I
got
think
Williams
Brogdon
out
would be a
there. I
big help.
think Brogdon's dope. I know. I
Oh
think,
yeah, everybody was sitting there on their fucking free agent wish list this summer, being like, "Yo, let me get
It was a
Brogdon."
trade.
no,
yeah.
but-
I still.
But he
a
was
trade.
traded. But
Whatever.
But those
He
are
was
the
on
ones
no
that
one-
you never expect because all of a sudden you
Stop.
get him and he fucking lights
Stop
it up.
it!
Dude.
No, he's not gonna fucking light it up.
Yes,
no,
he is.
Not.
He's gonna be like fucking.
Knock it off. If Brogdon,
He's gonna be like Leon Poe.
if we are
Poe?
sitting here
What was his name?
6 months from now and being like, damn, Brogdon was the reason they won that game and clinched this series.
We got
I will
fucking problems.
I will put down I will walk off the show and let you two just host the night.
Hey, I did a good job with the Open last week. You missed it.
Oh,
I crushed it.
You did.
Oh. Yeah, I did.
But no,
Um,
I just don't listen. I don't think the Celtics are a bad team. They're not a bad team. They're a very good team. They're an
No,
excellent
they're
team.
good right now.
Then yes, they're good right now. But again, it's December.
I know. I'm just fucking saying.
I've seen teams be very good in December. Again, I've seen this movie 1,000 times. Okay,
So have I.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I know how it ends,
And sometimes the movie,
but sometimes the
a
movie.
white guy comes off the bench and does great,
Well,
and everyone
yeah,
makes a movie about
yeah,
him.
I mean, every once in a while you get a fucking Bull Durham moment, and you're like, oh shit, like what the fuck? And you're cool. Or Booby Miles blows out his knee and then tries to come back too early. It happens.
Miles.
Or
So-
Paul Pierce shits his pants and comes back.
Paul
He's
Pierce-
like, I did it.
Paul Pierce blows out his ACL and gets carted off in a wheelchair, and everybody's like, "Oh no, season's over! Fuck! Wow! We lost the truth in the finals." And then he comes jogging back out, hits a couple threes, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!"
Like,
and
hey,
then,
remember when Larry
and
Bird
then,
did this?
and then they're like, "Oh my god, LeBron's a bitch," and it's like, "Yeah, but you were cheering for Paul Pierce 2 years ago. Shut up." Anyway, I digest.
Can the
wait, go ahead.
Patriots win the last 2 games? I'm guessing no.
I'm hoping they lose, Pat. I hope to God they lose the
get the
last 2
draft
games.
pick.
I want the draft picks because
The draft pick.
I can't. Joey, can I say what I said to you about what I wish happens to Matt Patricia? Like, am I gonna get like canceled?
Fuck,
Go.
who's the ass
Well,
of
course you
Joe?
can say it.
we'll find out.
I don't know. I just like instead of wishing death upon someone, I wish like for just below that. like I just wish like
Sean
on a,
just-
like, on
Sean-
a McRib, he just chokes on a McRib and it hospitalizes him, but not kills him because I don't want bad karma. So like it just like impairs him for like 5 weeks. So then
He can't coach anymore.
so he can't be around the
Or
team.
maybe he just gets like high blood pressure and he just can't coach the team.
Yeah, or he
at
gets
this
his
point.
foot cut off from
Well, apparently,
diabetes.
I'm getting my wish from fucking August. I'm getting Bill O'Brien. I asked for him in August. I'm getting him in
You
December.
are going to get him, yeah.
So
Won't Belichick
mission
think
accomplished.
he's a threat? I think Belichick's scared that they're going to be like, well, what if we're not doing well and they just pick O'Brien over me?
What? Wait, say that again?
What if Belichick is threatened by having Bill O'Brien under him?
Bill
in case of-
Why
Belichick,
would he-
is,
why would he
Bill
care?
Belichick is not threatened at all.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft is not moving Bill Belichick anywhere,
all.
anytime.
Ever.
And again, this goes back to what I saw in the Denver media earlier this week.
Yeah.
Like they were talking about their coaching wish list, and like 3 or 4 or 5 people had Belichick on it. I'm like, what makes you think Bill Belichick is even available?
He's
not
like
going
12
anywhere.
He's 12 wins
And
away
not-
from breaking the all-time
and
coaching head record.
not only that, but at this point in his career, I wouldn't want Bill Belichick.
He's 70.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
He's
all
Bill
set.
Levy.
No.
Joey's not wrong.
I like listen.
If he went to, like, the
10 years
Cowboys,
ago,
He's like Tom
sure.
Coughlin.
If we had like pulled off a trade for Bill Belichick instead of hiring Josh McDaniels,
All right.
I'd have been all for it.
Of course.
But that being said, no, like right now, no, I don't want Bill Belichick. I don't want
Yeah.
Sean Payton. I don't want Jim Harbaugh. Honestly, at this point,
Why?
Why? Because I don't want Sean. Harbaugh is because
He's
as
shit.
soon as San Francisco started to go to shit, he bailed and went to college.
cares?
He's a
No, Joey's
fucking
right.
he's a bitch. He's a total fucking
And he
puss.
sucks at Michigan.
And fuck
Joey's
him
right.
and the way he treated Peyton Manning when Manning was a free agent and looking to maybe potentially join the Niners. He like talked down and talked shit to Peyton Manning. Fuck you, bro. Like you're a bitch. You as soon as the going got tough, he was like, I'm out.
Joey was on Peyton Manning's PR team.
And no, fuck that. Like I'm sorry, you don't talk shit to the GOAT, bro. You don't sit there and tell the GOAT, the guy who has the greatest statistically the greatest 3 years of any quarterback in the modern era, and you're gonna talk shit to him. You're gonna tell him like,
Yeah, that's stupid.
you're gonna zip on that ball. It's like, bro, I threw more fucking touchdowns in my preseason career than you did in your actual career. Why don't you shut the fuck up? Like, just get the fuck off my dick, okay? You lucked into an AFC championship once where you almost beat the Steelers on a Hail Mary and nothing else materialized, so why don't you get the fuck out of my face? And that was the biggest thing. If you remember going back, if you remember Peyton Manning's free agency tour, they
I thought he was
came
going
out.
to be a 49er.
Make
I-
Colin Kaepernick crazy.
I knew he was never going to be a 49er because Jim Harbaugh was a dickbag. And I knew it and then the reports came out after the fact that he was like, no, he didn't go there because Jim Harbaugh was an asshole. And he's like, I'm not playing for that fucking guy because he thinks right now as a coach, he's a better quarterback than me. And he was like, get the fuck out of here. And the Niners were a very talented team at that point. But but Harbaugh's a douche. I'm all set with Harbaugh. Plus, like, dude, we're bringing you in here because we gotta catch the Chiefs. And
He does have nice khakis.
oh, they are finely pressed. I mean, listen, man, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre in the game would very much approve of his khaki game. But that's about it. Like, other than that, no. Like, we need you to come in here and beat the Chiefs. We haven't beat the Chiefs since week 2 of 2015.
Ugh.
And we're going to bring in a guy who he lucked into beating Ohio State twice in his fucking, 9-year career?
Yeah, he's
Harbaugh's a
sick.
fucking bum, dude. Fuck that dude. Overrated ass trash. If he becomes the next coach of the Broncos, I'm probably going to fucking quit. I'm not
Really
even
keep
kidding.
The coaches 1 year anyway, so
He is the
fire him.
fucking. I would be fucking bullshit if he became the head coach. Not even. I don't even care if he did good. Fuck him. He's a
Okay.
fucking loser.
Okay, I'm going to give Pat, because Pat's a Patriots fan, not to cut off
No,
the
go ahead.
Jim Harbaugh thing. Pat, I'm going to give you my conspiracy theory because I want the Patriots to lose out. A, for draft pick compensation so we can get lower and get better talent. And B, here's my hypothetical. Tua, brain dead again, okay? Tua played the rest of the game, and they said like he has like massive problems again, and he failed all his concussion stuff, and he's likely not going to play, so it's going to be Teddy Two Gloves, Joey's other favorite quarterback of all time. And he's going to play, which means the Patriots will probably beat the shit out of the Dolphins, unfortunately.
No, they never beat the Dolphins.
Wait, but
fine.
we're playing Teddy Bridgewater, which means we'll probably beat the shit out of him. So then the Patriots will say, okay, we just need to beat the Buffalo Bills to make the playoffs. And then what's going to happen is we'll beat the Buffalo Bills because the Buffalo is going to say, hey, we're not going to play our starters because A, this is a revenge game for an interdivisional team, and B, we'd probably rather have the Patriots in the playoffs as a weaker team as opposed to a more powerful team like the Chargers or the Dolphins who have a better roster. So my conspiracy theory inside me says the Patriots make the playoffs, which hurts me because I know what this team is at this point, and I just want Matt Patricia to be killed off, like on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Just kill this man off, have someone kill him. I don't care how. Just like end the
Get
character.
rid of him.
End the character. That's all I want.
Yeah, good point. No, that makes a lot of sense. So I can see that. I can see all that happening.
As soon as the Patriots lost, and then I seen the Dolphins lose, I was like, we're going to fucking beat the Dolphins. And then I saw Tua, like his brains were scrambled again, and he was holding up gang signs on the sideline, and I was like, we're dead. I'm like, we're going to end up beating the Dolphins. And I was like, and the Dolphins team from early in the year talked so much shit. They're like, that Patriots team is dog shit.
What have the Dolphins lost? 5 in a row now?
5, 6. So, no, I'm sorry. They're 0-4, and they're 1-6 in the last 6 games. No, I'm sorry, 1-5 in the last 6
Patriots
games.
are so dumb. Like the thing about it, if you win these next 2 games, it just makes like losses to the Raiders and the Bears. And
4.
all that
They've lost
hurts
4 in a
so much
row.
more.
Who? They lost 4 in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they win the game before that and lose before that? So
No.
it goes-
Their last win was November 27th, Thanksgiving weekend,
Yeah.
Against the Houston Texans.
And then before that, they lost. Right?
No, they won 5. That was their 5th straight win.
Oh, okay. I messed up then.
Yep, they'd won 5 straight. Now they've lost 4 straight.
So, Paul, I know you went downstairs to spruce your drinks, but my conspiracy theory is Tua's brain is mush.
Yep.
Patriots are going to come out and destroy the Dolphins because you play Teddy Two Gloves instead of Tua.
Yep.
Then the Patriots are going to have to just say they win and they're in against Buffalo. Buffalo's going to say, we're already in the playoffs. We already won the AFC.
Yep.
We'll bench most of our guys.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Patriots will
good
beat them.
news is if you're playing Teddy Two Gloves, just guard the sticks and he'll throw it 5 yards underneath it.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to go for any deep. He's not going to go all Nick Foles with it last night and try and fucking force the ball down the field when
So,
he can't.
did the Chargers automatically make it in already? Nick's saying the Chargers already made the playoffs.
Yes, because they won
clinched.
last night.
They clinched last night.
No, see, I didn't watch the game last night.
You were
That makes
probably
2 of
better
us.
off. Yeah,
I was too
I
tired.
did.
But I think the Patriots, I hope they lose out. I honestly, I hope they lose out. I'm terrified the Patriots are going to win the next 2 games.
Yeah, because then you fuck your draft spot.
Yep. And then we're not going to do anything anyway.
That's why I said, honestly, when I was watching the Vikings-Colts game, I'm like, why in the fuck I mean, I get it. Though, like, 21 points kind of was just, like, handed to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't do anything about that but take them, obviously. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, either we're really trying to throw the season or, like, what in the fuck is going on? Because, like, I can't believe that, like, Matt Ryan plugged into this offense and this team is that fucking bad.
Well, that's the coaching was terrible, too.
Okay, but
Yeah.
let's ask Pat this. Pat, what are your wishes for the last 2 games of the Patriots?
Deep down, I really think if it was me, I think Max had so much tantrums. I would sit him and just let Bailey play, and at least we can at least have some fucking.
Oh,
why
come on, don't-
why
why-
do you love Zach?
What is
why?
the obsession with Bailey Zappi?
He's a midget.
Cause Mac is a bitch. He throws tantrums like a 5-year-old.
He
Why?
did
Like,
get
I would
fined.
too.
He did get
Mental
fined
health-wise,
$11,000
he's
for that low bullshit
mental
block
health-wise,
Yeah,
he
against
should wanna
Eli?
sit out.
against Eli Apple. Yeah.
Dude, that wasn't even that bad.
Fucking Zach Wilson. At least Zach is some like talent. He's just stupid.
No, Zach has no talent.
Zach-
Yes, he does.
No,
Yes,
he
he
doesn't.
does.
No, he doesn't. No,
He thinks he's a good
listen.
coach.
With
The
Milf-
more I've watched of Zach Wilson,
Milf Hunter.
the more I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, this kid did This is the product of
He's a rich kid.
Yes, this
Yeah,
is not a good. He is not
no.
he is not an NFL
Hey,
quarterback.
I said that video
Yeah.
out the draft night when it was they put him with like the three.
I
other
was
black,
rooting for him.
Remember the three
Well,
black
there's
wide
not.
receivers? All the guys I forget who the guys he was
You know,
next to.
Arch Manning's a rich kid too. You know, like.
No,
Yeah, but
but he has thick blood. Like when Zach Wilson got drafted, his mom was like, "My baby's the best." I was like, it's bad when your mom's hyping you up. You never want your mom hyping you up. You always want someone like LeVar Ball or some shit like hyping you up. Because at least the dad's annoying as shit.
because
Yeah.
because at least if your mom's like, I'll dunk on Jordan, you're like,
Okay.
all right. I mean, putting your money,
Probably not, but
And
putting it out there.
they said that I heard this today.
I mean, Jordan was a
think,
bitch. He was just a fucking weak ass Kobe, but whatever.
Go ahead, Pat.
He wasn't. The Warrington thing is like Zach Wilson wasn't even a captain at BYU, and I heard something today. It might have been a Felger match or something like. Not many of his teammates really liked him.
Well, no, they didn't like him because he was a rich kid that he practiced by
Yeah.
himself, and he had like this huge scholarship, and he didn't need to like practice with anybody else. And he was dating like this, like he dated like all like the super hot chicks, even though that was like a super religious school.
Yeah. Oh my god.
yeah.
All
Well,
right,
remember-
boys,
I mean-
I'll be listening. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have,
you know he was
you guys
pumping their guts too,
Hey.
even though he was all while he was praising
Pat,
Jesus.
thanks for listening.
Have this beautiful Brogdon guy nailing threes, and
All
I'll
right.
listen to you
Hey,
guys.
hey, happy New Year, and I really fucking
New
hope
Year,
Zappy
boys.
never
Yes,
starts again.
Pat. Happy New Year, bud. We'll talk to you in
Yeah, I'll talk
20.
to you next Tuesday.
Hey,
boys.
Pat. We'll talk to you next year, okay, bud?
Yeah, let's see.
Yuck, yuck. I'm gonna go put my New Balances on and fucking start the grill. Pat's the man. Good shit, Pat. Thank you very much for the call.
I know, I love Pat.
774-992-8702.
Except his Zappy love.
Colin. Yeah, I don't get what.
I don't
what is the
understand.
fact being the Homer like Patriots fan?
I'm
you
not a Zappy
obviously
fan.
Because even
But
my dad
what
is
is-
fucking infatuated with
But
Bailey
what
Zappi.
is?
You know why?
Yeah, what is the?
Because every
like,
time they've put Zappy in, he makes 3 big throws right out the gate, and they're always 20 yards down the field. So everyone's like,
yeah,
"This motherfucker's
right.
electric."
Because it's the same reason
But
why
you
everybody
would-
was infatuated with Michael Bishop when
Thank
Bledsoe was the
you.
quarterback.
Yeah,
Yes.
but how does a fan base who has gone the last 20 fucking years watching a guy dink and dunk 4 to 6 yards down the fucking field all of a sudden go, yeah, we want that 20? Like, what in the fuck are you talking
No,
about?
it's because the whole
What he said.
the whole season is
Like, how do you
so
just
bad.
go right
the
to
whole
that?
season is so bad offensively that he gave a little bit of excitement, and
But you
everyone's
had
like,
20 goddamn years of that
Yeah, but
mediocre, that mediocrity
Brady-
fucking bullshit.
Brady year 2001 through 2003, sure. 2004, he started to change to the downfield pass.
Well, yeah, because when he had fucking Randy Moss, he was
Well,
like,
no,
hey.
that's 07. That's 07. 07 was 07 to 2013 or 2014. He was unbelievable, lights out.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, like, Brady was the king of the check down. So, like, I don't understand how this fan base just goes from seeing, like death by 1,000 cuts to all of a sudden you just want that decapitation strike. Like, what are you talking about? They go after this Zappy guy. I'm like, I've literally seen, like, five or six plays by Zappy that I'm like, okay, that was cool. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
maybe. Like, he had a couple, but, like, how do you just go flush Mac Jones down the toilet based off just a couple fucking plays from a backup?
Yep.
I can't understand it.
Because because this is what happens, right? When you have think about it. It wasn't that long ago that, and this is why I've always chastised the New England fan base, because they're fucking stupid. They are weapons grade retarded when it comes to analyzing their football team.
Don't drop that
This
shit.
is don't pray to God you don't drop that shit.
Look at this yellow cake.
This is the same.
CIA.
This is the same fucking fan base that was clamoring.
Clams.
I mean,
Sorry.
breaking down the door that wanted Jimmy Garoppolo to replace Tom Brady in 2014.
We might get it
Right.
next year.
After that Monday night debacle in Kansas City, the infamous "we're on to Cincinnati," right? Remember that was the whole start of the "we're on to Cincinnati" shit.
Yeah.
In 2014, when the Patriots got blown the fuck out, Brady looked like shit. Everybody was like, "This is it. This is it. The time has come. The
Really?
Reaper has
That's
come." And what did I say, Sean? When it was you, me, and Hilchey in my old fucking 2-bedroom apartment in that little fart locker of a office
Well,
that we had,
I was-
what did I tell you guys?
You said, yeah, calm.
Slow your fucking roll.
It was the Aaron Rodgers thing. Relax.
This guy's gonna be fine. If you think you're not winning 12 games this year, I got bad news for you. You're going to be wrong.
Right.
It was but it was at that point it was just frustration. Like, how do you have the all-out arms race of like that offseason where Denver's acquiring guys, you're acquiring guys, and then you come out the gate so flat, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, and you start questioning everything. You know, you drafted Garoppolo. Brady's not doing good to that point. Like, do you start saying, do I start Garoppolo now because it's Brady's showing signs?
Right, they eked out a win against the Raiders. They got a phantom holding call that kept the Raiders from winning that game in Gillette. I get it. I remember. Trust me.
Yes.
I remember the whole season, the way it played out. I remember it like it was yesterday. But I remember having to sit here and tell Patriots fans, I had to talk, the number one Patriots hater in all the universe, had to talk Patriots fans off the ledge and tell them, relax. Brady's still your guy.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo came in and threw 2 touchdowns to Rob Gronkowski when Kansas City was up 41-0.
I know more than you.
And they were like, yeah, we don't give a shit. And guess what ended up happening? The Patriots went on. They won the Super Bowl that year. And as much as I fucking hate to be right about that shit.
That was the Seahawks Super Bowl, right?
I was dead ass fucking right because again, I know more about the Patriots than their own fans do.
And they shouldn't have won that.
Because again,
no.
New England fans are weapons grade retarded. They don't understand the game of football. They don't understand what roster construction is. They don't understand. They still think that Tom Brady was the reason for their success. They want Belichick gone. They want Belichick fired. They're like, oh, Belichick. It's like, dude, no, you don't understand the difference between being a quarterback, a player, and a coach. Tom Brady got to handpick whatever team he wanted to go to. He was going to be able to go to that team. He handpicked his roster, his situation, everything, which was going to maximize whatever his ability was going to be that year. He still almost fucking blew it when he threw 3 interceptions in a fucking NFC Championship game, and they probably should have never been in that fucking. Remember? What do you mean?
Yes.
No, it's 4th down. No, Tom, you don't get 5. This isn't New England, bud. You only get 4. And then. On top of that, people don't realize that Bill Belichick has an entire team, an entire roster, an entire franchise to run. He is the guy. He is working contracts.
He's the GM and the head coach.
Everything.
Yes.
Name another guy who does
it. Doesn't just
a couple.
It doesn't just.
Yeah, but how good are they?
Good.
The last guy I remember. The last guy that I. No. Who's the last?
Doesn't Andy Reid do that now too?
No.
No,
He's got Scott Pioli. I mean, not Pioli.
Pioli's long gone.
Fucking what's his name? What's the Kansas City GM's name? Fuck off.
I can't think of it. I'm thinking of Steve.
I know. I'm Pioli's my default because he was there for so long. But
hold on.
Look it up. But no, there's really nobody else that does that. I mean, maybe Pete Carroll has. There are guys that have more autonomy.
Carroll stopped doing that.
There are guys that have more autonomy.
But Bill Belichick's been doing it the longest with the most success.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. His track record speaks for itself.
It's only Belichick right now. I fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how many other guys actually are the GM and the head coach? What owners actually give the reins?
The last
to their
guy that I
head
can
coach
remember
like
that did it well was Mike Shanahan.
That was a long time ago.
And that was 20 years ago.
Oh, Shanahan was the GM and the coach for the Broncos when they won the Super Bowls and all that shit? I did not know that.
Was Mike McCarthy when he was with Green Bay?
No.
He wasn't?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It was oh fuck me.
Damn.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on. It was shit. Mike McCarthy. Let's see. 2010. Green Bay Packers.
I have no idea.
General manager.
I honestly thought that only Bill Belichick was like the only like GM / head coach to like really pick his own. But when did he get that? Like when did Kraft give him that key?
Ted Thompson. Remember Ted Thompson?
After
Ted Thompson was the guy in Green Bay.
Pretty much after Pioli left. When Pioli finally called it and said, "I'm going to Kansas City and I'm taking Matt Castle with me."
What year was that?
2009.
Yeah, but I'm talking like
2009.
But I'm talking Brady had already won 3 by then.
Yes, and they just lost the 07 Super Bowl.
Like, was that just shit luck that he had a fucking nasty squad? Because
no, him and Pioli did great together.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm just wondering because the whole GM.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Not to fucking back up Joey's point, but I feel like I fight with Patriots fans a lot now because now we're on the
I fight with more Broncos fans than I do anybody else.
Well, I know
now.
because Patriots fans have pretty much given up for the most part. Besides, like the few of us who are
And-
just like
and
watching
Broncos
the games
fans are
angrily.
Oh, trust me, we know how bad Patriots fans are when we went to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking...
Broncos fans, while passionate, not well
Oh,
educated.
remember
Well,
the Texans game we went
They
to?
used to be, but
Remember
they
the
were.
Texans fucking playoff game we went to?
Yeah,
And we
when
had
Maureen,
Sally
Maureen, who rips
Yeah.
2 packs of Newports a
Yeah.
day.
Hey, you fucking scumbags! Oh my fucking god!
And you, to me,
to
and,
us,
to me
she
and
was
him.
talking shit to me.
So
and
we've got no Houston attire on at all.
no Patriots attire, obviously.
So
we were neutral.
We were not even neutral. We were somewhat cheering. Like we would clap, golf clap when the Texans did something good. And we're sitting there and we're in the corner end zone. So a good friend of ours who's passed away, God rest his soul. Thank you, Leo.
Love you,
We
Leo,
love you, bud.
bro.
He had got us. He had season tickets.
Yes.
And
oh,
we had
I've heard-
asked him.
yeah.
And we asked her, hey, if you have any playoff tickets that you want to get rid of, like, let us know. We'll buy them off of you. And he's like, oh, I just gave mine away. Like, I wish I saw you 3 hours ago. I would have given them to you guys, like, whatever. And he gave them to another buddy of ours. And he was like, oh, I just gave them away. And I was like, well, like, no big deal. Well, if you know any friends or whatever, any of your friends in the you know, with the season tickets, they want to get rid of some playoff tickets, let us know.
Go to a game.
And so he goes, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. Like a couple days later, we're up at Faye's, and he's like, hey, come to my truck with me.
Yeah,
and
he called me out.
Grabs Paul. Paul goes out of the truck. He hands Paul an envelope and gives him an envelope. And
He goes, don't open this here.
yeah, he goes, don't open it here.
Paul's like, okay.
And so Paul comes back in the bar, opens it up. It's 2 tickets
That's
to the
really
Texas
nice.
Patriots
Yeah,
game.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, these weren't his tickets. He bought these tickets for us.
Yeah.
Like, he went
He
out
was
and
a
bought
se-
these tickets for us. He was a
He's
season
a
ticket holder.
He's
guy.
a Putnam Club.
Listen,
like,
when I tell you that
he
Leo
owns-
Marshall is a legend, that man is a legend.
He's got his name on the plaque on the seats in the Putnam Club.
Remember I sat in the
Yeah.
Putnam
Like,
Club
yeah.
for the Detroit game in
He
2014?
had-
Oh, I remember. And I remember
So,
messaging you like, how the fuck
yeah.
do you have those tickets?
He
Yeah.
went out of his way to buy us
He went out of his
tickets.
way to get us tickets. So God bless that man. And
I know.
Big
and
up
we
to him.
had such a fucking blast
but we're
that game.
so
dude.
we're sitting there, right? Paul and I are sitting there. We're not being obnoxious like we usually would
No,
be.
we're chilling. This is
We're just there to
whatever.
It's Houston and New England. We don't.
We
really,
got we got
hey,
tickets.
if Houston wins, cool. We know it's probably not going to happen, but we're just there to watch a football game, and it's a playoff football game. So we're sitting there, we're watching the game, and all of a sudden, here's Maureen behind us. And this is what, 2016? It was 2016.
The Bill O'Brien Texans? The
Yes.
Letterman jacket Texans?
yes, it was Bill
It
O'Brien.
was what's
No,
his name?
Bill O'Brien.
Matt
What,
Schaub?
what was? Yes.
Yeah.
What was the name of the? No, was it Brock? Was it Brock Lobster?
It was not Brock Roswell in 2016.
No, it was Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, it
was
would've been.
freezing fucking
Because he was a
cold.
free agent after 2015.
Yeah, but I thought it was Matt Schaub at that point.
I think it was. I think you're right.
It was. I remember the receiver there. What's his name with the dreads? That was
DeAndre
always
Hopkins?
hurt. No, the guy that was always hurt. Will.
Will Fuller?
Will Fuller.
No, that was
Oh, Fuller. Yeah.
Remember he
Wait a
dropped 2
minute.
touchdowns
what
in the
year
end zone.
is this even? I feel like
Yeah,
fucking
right
Robin
there.
Williams.
It was 2016.
16 or 17.
January
or something.
14th.
Who was-
Box score. Yeah, 34-16.
Who was the
final.
It
quarterback?
was fucking freezing.
Yeah, it was January 16th. Oh, 2014.
2014. Okay.
No, 16.
Okay.
2016.
6 years ago.
Yep.
Let's see. They didn't score any touchdowns.
No.
Brock Osweiler. Yeah.
It was
Yeah, it was
Brock.
It was
yeah.
Brock
Man,
Lobster.
where the-
Brock
Was
Lobster.
was Matt on that team though? Schaub? Was he the backup?
Might have been the backup.
I
Or
think
was
he
he
was gone
gone
by
by
then.
then?
Because I could have swore Matt
I
Schaub
think it
came
was
into that
gone
game.
by then. I don't know. I forget, dude.
Hey, really,
we
honestly,
were literally sitting there trying to keep warm. That's all that mattered. It was like fucking 6 degrees out.
Jesus.
It was the coldest shit. We were above the Putnam Club second level, Putnam Club side, like opposite the bridge. Like literally, bridge was diagonal to us. So we
Yeah.
were in that
Yeah.
section.
I actually can't wait to go to the stadium next year. I didn't get to go at all this year.
I-
Let me know when you go. I can get you put on.
I almost
I mean, I can
bought
get you,
tickets for Sunday's
I can
game.
Get you,
I almost bought tickets for Sunday's game,
Wait.
and then I looked at the weather and I was like,
I can get you
no.
Optum seats.
Dude, I would love that.
Yeah.
On the field, I would
Yeah,
cry. I'd
I
be
can-
like,
I can-
oh my god.
Well, whoever the visiting team is coming out right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
visiting
yeah.
side.
But I
But,
can get you Optum.
The new bridge is going to be beautiful. It's all closed in now.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. But our point is,
They closed
this:
the bridge.
As we were there completely as neutral fans, right? I had my
facts,
my like green Oakley jacket on.
We bought a bunch of shit from Under
I didn't
Armour.
have anything on us, right? And then there's fucking Maureen, and this leads me into our next point about
Sally.
the fucking the kid who was in Vegas getting chastised by that Raider Karen.
Oh, we got
that racist white woman.
That
we got him
allegedly racist, because I also heard that whole video was not shown. I heard that there was that he was doing a lot of the instigating as well, and then
that whole clip.
So
come on, he probably did.
I mean, I would have, but anyway, we're sitting there and we're doing golf claps. Like Will Fuller catches a first, and we're like, "Yeah, golf claps, whatever."
What's that movie with Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen? What's the name of that movie?
Mighty Ducks.
No.
I'm like,
they're trash men. They're brothers, obviously in real life. They're trash men. They go. I can't remember the name of the movie. God damn it, Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez.
I don't know.
Can't remember either. But we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, this fucking Maureen, who rips 2 packs of Newports a day, starts getting mouthy with us because she figures out we're rooting for the Texans or not.
Fucking throwing shit at us.
Throwing shit at us and this and that.
Napkins or
and
whatever the fuck.
I turned around and I looked at her husband and I'm like, bro, either get your dog on a leash or I'm gonna break your fucking face. And all of a sudden he's like, chill.
Sorry, yeah, he was
sorry.
For his
and then there was a guy, there was the
wife.
guy and his 10-year-old son next to us, and they were like, "Yo, these motherfuckers are straight white trash, bro. Fuck these people."
Bro.
And all the Patriot fans in our section were like, "Yeah, fuck these fucking clowns."
Yo, I guarantee you, that little trailer park when you're driving up 1A or whatever it is towards Gillette on the left. Sunshine Drive or whatever. Yeah, that little trailer park. They probably fucking
lived over there.
These people are the most illest white trash I've ever fucking seen in my life. This side of
they were
the
on
fucking
par with the
Sunbelt,
Karen from the video. Let me see if I can get the video up.
It was
keep
so
talking,
bad.
I get the video.
I swear
got the video? Send me the video.
I swear to God, this woman was about 2 cigarettes away from a fucking stoma.
Oh, 100%.
She was the biggest piece of shit. And I'm like, lady, you're fucking 45 years old. I'm like, this was what, 6 years ago? Yeah,
It's 2016.
I'm
so
29 years old. I'm in my 20s. You're 31 or 32 or whatever the fuck you are.
I'm 31.
Yeah.
I'm a svelte,
I'm like
320.
Lady, yeah, I'm like, you're fucking 40, you're almost 50 years old. You're talking shit to me the way that I talk shit to 12-year-olds on fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And how pathetic
it was
are
a typical
you?
Patriots fan response. But again, back to our original point, these are the kind of Patriots fans that I was talking off the ledge in 2014.
Right.
These are the fucking people that I was talking off the ledge, that I was telling them, just shut the fuck up. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
Stop.
They just
stop
jump so quick.
And this is typical New England fan behavior. They've, in the last 2 decades.
I have the whole video, by the way, even before that clip.
Word.
So
I don't want the whole thing.
Okay, forget it now. Okay.
We don't have time to play the whole thing.
Okay.
We don't have time to play the whole thing. But the last 2 decades in this area, fans have become so fucking spoiled and so entitled that they forget that the 40, 50 years before that existed.
Right. That they never did shit.
And that you guys didn't do shit. Our parents, dad in general, my dad was from the generation where you had to have, if you were a Patriots fan, you had to have a backup team to root for, because the Patriots got blacked out all the time because the games didn't sell out, so you couldn't see it on TV around here. You got the Jets, the Giants, the Dolphins, whatever, and then you had to have a backup team. And the Patriots are so bad that nobody gave a fuck about them. Schaefer Stadium, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, probably would have been a fucking cool ass place. But remember, there was an article where I believe it was Foxborough PD or the border or the selectmen in Foxborough were like, we are never doing a Monday night game again, because the amount of police response that they needed to that game, because people were getting so lubed up and so out of control, they were like, yeah, we're never doing this again. And there's an article about it. You can find it. It's whatever. I don't remember who wrote it or whatever it was, but I remember reading it probably in the last 3-4 weeks. And they were like, yeah, the time when the Foxborough Board of Selectmen canceled Monday Night Football because they were like, no, because there were like fucking cars on fire. Like it was their first like rare Monday Night Football appearance.
Right.
And the Patriots didn't really belong there, but they were there.
That was me.
And everybody got way too whooped up, right? And because again, New England fans don't know how to act. They don't know how to because they got to act like they've never been there before every single time because they know it probably might be the last time. So, it's just the typical classless, shitless Boston fan, which is, I'd say 8 out of 10 of them. I say there are about 20% of Boston fans that are good. That are like, they get it. They're like, okay, we'll keep it real. We're not going to be the ultimate dick bags. Like, we know how to act. Like, we've seen championships before. Like, no big deal. Or we've been bad losses before. We get it. And don't get me wrong. I'm the first one. I'll be the first one to fucking hurl a priceless Ming vase at a concrete wall after a, third down stop. You know what I mean? Like I am.
Money is no.
I am 100% one of the most irrational people you will meet.
His wife is listening to this. Like his wife is like, "Yo,
No,
you
my-
got some expensive shit." And Joey's like,
My wife is listening to this.
Can't wait to
My
destroy
wife
this.
is listening to this, going, "Mm-hmm. Yes, this is all the memories I've buried." This is why I have a therapist
For the last 20 years.
because for the last 20 years I've had to deal with this shit. Like, God forbid the Broncos lose. Like,
Well, what have you,
listen,
15 years
if
now?
the
I don't
Broncos
know.
lose,
17.
like it's to the point right now where like if Lana, my dog, Lana hears like and the so and so beat the Denver Broncos, my dog puts her tail between her legs, her ears back, and walks down the hallway. And just like
I'm hiding.
gets the fuck out of the way because she's like, oh God, Daddy's about to go off. And I'll be sitting there just like, fuck, and just like steaming, and Lana will just be like, and that's my cue, and she'll just tiptoe down the hallway, and that's usually where like my wife is in the bed already, like cowering. Because she's like, I don't know what's about to get thrown, but I don't want to be in the way. She's like, please, God, don't hit the fucking super expensive TV, which I'm very, very good at not breaking expensive things now. Like, I really just break pointless shit, which I haven't done in a very long time, by the way. The last time I broke something, I will say, when the Broncos lost to the Raiders a couple of weeks ago, that one pushed me to my limit. Because that not only did I hate losing that game because you lose at home to the Raiders, like it's unacceptable.
Right.
But also now I owe Durant dinner at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, when are we going to that?
We're going championship night, Monday night.
Monday. Yeah, banging.
Championship
All
night.
right, cool. I'm there for
Championship
that.
game. So
I'm
we'll
definitely there
go.
for that.
Yeah, we'll go watch. We'll go. You, me, Durant, Sean, if you want to come. You can.
"What night is it?"
It's a Monday night.
Yeah, Monday championship night. Whatever.
Monday night's a tough.
Michigan.
The college
playing,
football. Yeah, whenever. Whoever.
Michigan plays
That's,
Ohio.
no.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Is it not?
Yeah,
Georgia. Sorry, Michigan, Ohio.
yeah,
Michigan, Georgia.
Whoever decides they want to lose to Georgia in the national championship will be on that night.
It'll be Michigan, Georgia.
But that night,
Which
maybe,
I'm glad for T.
I actually broke things that night for the first time in like probably I don't know when did the Falcons play the Patriots? 16,
2017.
17.
15,
So it's
yeah,
been
16,
a long
17.
time since I broke anything.
You know what's funny? At like the Patriots have been so bad this year. My wife is like, "Oh, they win?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "You're so calm." I'm like, "This is so bad."
I can't. I know. I got all pumped up last night. I was trying to learn. I was doing the gritty around my kitchen. In my
He
shit,
was.
Yeah.
He was doing it mad good
I
too.
was doing the gritty, and I'm chilling. I'm like, I threw on my T.Y. Hilton jersey, and then I just realized what jersey I had on. I'm like, I'm taking this fucking thing off.
You're sweating.
I took it off. I threw it on the couch. I'm like, this is not going to be a good game. And Nick Foles proved that, and it was not a good game.
Remember when Nick Foles beat Tom Brady in a Super Bowl? That happened. That's
I
the thing.
know. I was like hoping, but I do like the fact that Big Dick Nick kind of like gunned it a little bit down the field. You know what I mean? He was kind of launching some throws. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm like, fuck it.
Well, okay, there we go.
I'm like, what else have we got to lose, dude?
Hey, I'm
Just
also
run and gun, bro.
I sent Joey the video of the Raiders fan.
Yeah.
But I also have sent you guys
Yeah.
another video just now of the greatest fight at SoFi Stadium.
Is it the push?
Oh shit! Yes, we've got to play this. Yes,
The guy's wearing a Polk High. The guy's wearing a Polk High Al Bundy T-shirt jersey and murders this other fan as a Rams fan.
Oh shit!
You have not seen this.
No, can you send me the fat guy getting tossed down the stairs?
Oh yeah, that guy deserved it. That
Yeah,
guy was,
he did.
The guy was a Bears.
totally meant to-
Bears Packers Lions fan.
Yeah,
What the?
I totally meant to get that video for tonight, and I completely forgot. This is fucking great too, though.
Yo, he fucks that dude up. Why?
Who?
The Rams fan. He's sitting there. That
What?
other
You
dude-
watching this one?
No, I just saw it. Yeah. Why the fuck does he do that?
Send me
It
the one
doesn't-
of the
it
fat
doesn't
guy. The
matter.
fat guy is the best one. We got
That's
to do the fat guy.
That's like
Dude,
totally
Because that
murdered.
fat piece of
fat-
shit
the fat guy's on-
got tossed. Just show me the. Just
that
send me the
one.
one that where he gets tossed. Because
Hey,
there's like
in Twitter, I typed in FA. It says, "Do you mean fat guy fallen?"
this fat load who's talking mad shit to mad people finally runs into the
His
wrong
dick
dude.
falls out. That's awful. But his dick was so small, no one saw it.
His ass was out, and then there's an angle of him from the bottom of the stairs.
That's what angle I'm giving you.
And yeah,
The
give me
full
that one.
ass
Yeah,
angle.
give me the full ass angle. Because my man just got fucking yoked, and it was awesome. It was so goddamn fucking funny. But yes, anyway, 774-992-8702. While we're doing that, we got some videos coming up. We got more shit to give you guys. We want your
Oh,
calls.
TJ Watt broke my heart today.
Why?
He retired.
No, JJ.
JJ, sorry, not
Watt.
TJ.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I was like, wait, what
sorry,
did TJ
sorry,
Watt do?
sorry.
I'm like, what are they all just quitting? Like, they made their money, see the fuck later.
He's like,
I'm
my brother's leaving. I'm out.
I'm out. Yeah, I'm like, no,
Pittsburgh
no.
fans-
TJ's got plenty of life left.
Pittsburgh fans have a heart attack
Yeah.
right in the middle of it. We got nothing to live for. What are you doing?
Fuck. I was like, oh my God. Like, no, please.
All right. Fat guy fallen's coming to you right now. At night, a fat guy falls. I don't know where that came from. Doesn't matter.
I've seen this one.
Hey, by the way, Miguel's been texting us. He's locked out.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah, Miguel got locked out of the account.
No,
And then he texted us. He's like, hey, I need you to unlock me. So
no, but you got to give him the pass.
I don't fucking know it.
Oh, shit.
even this man, he's like, I don't know it either. I'm like, sorry, Miguel, you're locked out.
Oh, well.
Wait, the password of the Roll One C1 account?
Yeah.
I think I remember it.
You guys send it to him then.
I mean, I
Oh,
can just,
Miguel,
I'll
yeah,
just
send
change
it because he's a gem, bro. He's a
He's like, guys, I got this video I want to post up. I don't know why he
diamond
talks
in
like
the
that.
rough. Yeah.
Hey, remember this video?
When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those the
Dude,
worst
that
defenders
and
to
the
play
Macho-
against.
No,
Actually,
I don't know.
Because
That
if you
and
can
the
feel their
Macho
body,
Man video
you
still
liberal
get
fuck.
shares. At least
18
once or twice
points
a
for
week,
Joker.
that video and
Only
the Macho
nugget
Man video will get
in
shares.
double figures.
I just laugh because this is still
rises to the top.
that
WWE hasn't banned us.
that one's still on my that one's still on my
When a
like.
guy's banging you,
Yeah, I
and
never-
Shaq,
I never got rid of
when a
this.
guy's
hey, you know
banging
what?
you,
You know what would be a great idea for a talk show? Shaq as a late night talk show host. Why would I would watch that
That'd be
every
good.
night.
That'd be good.
Shaq is just a funny asshole. When he tries running, when he tries racing, whoever he raced, and he
You a funny
and he,
motherfucker.
and he trips and falls into the Christmas tree and knocks over
No,
the
Kenny
host.
the Jet pushed him.
Oh, that it was a push.
It was a push. You didn't see him. He won angriest run.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is that Kenny has no power.
No, he
Shaq's
just-
off balance.
Right, and he just kind of like pushed him like out of
And
like
Shaq-
like Shaq didn't. Shaq was not expecting it
All right,
whatsoever.
let's-
Kenny the Jet pushed him and threw him into the Christmas tree.
I missed it.
Oh yeah, that was fucking
Yeah,
gold.
and he won angry runs. I think.
I think he did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he won the angry runs. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm like, so you know, it
angry
was-
runs. Dad loves
that's-
angry runs.
I know, I love it too, but that's how you know it was like.
but I don't watch.
It was a bank episode.
Like
There
I
you
watched.
go.
I was watching like Shannon Sharp talk about something today. I think it was about Russ.
Why don't you hire Shannon Sharp as coach, just like
No.
Jeff Saturday?
No thanks.
I'm
Gross.
joking.
Fuck no.
Nope. If I was gonna hire any former player to be my head coach, honestly,
Stephen A. Smith,
no.
Shannon-
Honestly, it would probably be like
Jameel Hill.
Shannon Sharp
Keith
as
Burns.
Shannon Sharp.
Remember
as a
Keith
head,
Burns?
Yes, of course I remember Keith Burns.
Special teams
Literally,
ace.
Shannon Sharp as a head coach would be like, anybody who's white on this team, get the fuck out.
What is he like? The
all right, dude.
He's like
fuck.
what the
We
Hitler
get
meme?
it.
Yeah, he's
He takes off his glasses all
all
shaken.
you white motherfuckers get off my fucking team. You know, be like, all right,
Russell
dude.
Wilson
Yeah,
leaves.
we're out of here.
It's like, yeah, you know what, Shannon? This sounds like a good idea.
Yeah,
We'll see you
bye.
later.
Yeah.
Does Russ leave too?
Is he white?
According to most of his teammates.
Hey,
yes.
Hey, that plane ride where he's saying Broncos country, let's ride, and doing squats in the aisle, that was fucking hilarious.
And then ripped it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then tore it up. You can do that every week.
I know. I can't wait to see what he does with the real head coach next year. I'm honestly excited. I think
know. This was a
I'm gonna-
blessing for you guys.
I'm gonna
in disguise,
play the safe. I'm gonna play the safe role here. I hope we go with like
Champagne.
Dan Quinn as our head coach and Schottenheimer Jr. as our OC, and we keep Double E as our DC.
Why Dan Quinn?
Because I just want somebody to come in and steady the ship. I don't need. I'm not looking like we don't need an explosively over the top head coaching
That's
hire.
facts, yeah.
We just need
You got
somebody
the number
to come
3
in
defense. There's not really much to
and
fix. There's really not much
leave,
to fix.
Leave Double E as our DC. He's obviously done a fucking awesome job with that defense. Go ahead, spend your money on the offensive line, give Russ time, and then get Dan Quinn and then Schottenheimer Jr., who was his OC in Seattle.
Dan Quinn sucks.
And I don't care. It doesn't matter. The head coach doesn't matter when it comes like they said in the press conference today.
Cliff Kingsbury.
X's and O's don't matter as much as leadership. I want a good leader as a head coach. Because that was Hackett's problem. Hackett might have been a whiz kid on the whiteboard, but he couldn't lead a team. There's a reason why Randy Gregory's out there punching people in the face after the game. There's a reason why we're the number 1 most penalized team in the league this year. There's a reason why we had no discipline and no accountability, and why Melvin Gordon was allowed to still carry the ball after blowing the game for us in week 1, and then again in week 4, and then again in week 5, and then again in week 9. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, no, there was no accountability there. So give me a fucking leader of men. I don't need a guy who knows X's and O's. You hire people for that shit. I need a fucking leader, someone who will hold people accountable. Because we have none of that right now. Anyway, long story short.
No, but you're not wrong. I mean, it's just there's
I
something wrong.
I would rather have Dan Quinn come in to be like what John Fox was in 2011 after the 2010 debacle.
You guys need another Gary Kubiak. That's what you need.
Dude, Kubes is one of the Kubiak
You need
might
another
be
Gary Kubiak.
Kubiak might go down as one of the single most underrated head coaches of all time.
He's a fucking
Simply for the
genius,
fact because
dude.
of what he did in 2015.
He's a
When you
genius.
look at the patchwork offensive line that they had to deal with, the injuries they had to overcome, and the fact that you didn't have Peyton Manning for 7 games that season. And you had to go to your backup quarterback, and then you pull your backup quarterback at the exact right moment. You still get the 1 seed. How many teams can say that? How many teams can say that they have had a patchwork offensive line, lost their number 1 quarterback, gone to the backup, went back to the number 1 quarterback, even though he was still clearly banged up and not what he once was, and not only maintained the 1 seed, they beat Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, and Cam Newton in 3 straight playoff games.
And Cam Newton, we're talking smoking,
Big Ben
sizzling,
with
hot Cam Newton, a 15-1
MVP.
Cam Newton, a
Gary
nasty
Kubiak might
fucking
be
team.
that might be one of the most underrated coaching jobs of all time.
The Carolina Panthers were single-handedly one of the most dominant teams I've ever seen in a season.
I'm fairly certain the
That
Broncos
one
beat the number
season.
1, 2, and 3 offenses in succession
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't fucking
in that
doubt
postseason.
it.
Like
Because it was insane.
They what they did that year was tremendous, and it was all because of Gary Kubiak. And look, you got to know when to pull the trigger. You got to know what to do. Like you have to know kind of like when the timing's right. When he put Peyton Manning back in that game in Week 17 against San Diego, what brought the reason they were down like 21 or whatever, 17-0 or whatever it was, wasn't because of Brock Osweiler. Brock Osweiler You know, he got caught in a corner blitz that he didn't see coming, fumbled the ball, bang. You know, San Diego goes down, scores a quick touchdown. There was a fumble. There was some things that were out of Brock's control, but Kubiak read the room, read the situation, put Peyton Manning back in to start the second half. The crowd went absolutely fucking apeshit. Peyton Manning did exactly what Peyton Manning does, which was get them into the right situation at the right time based on what the defense was doing.
He's the greatest quarterback ever.
And they ended up coming back, winning that game. They locked down the number 1 seed. Boom. Now, instead of going to New England for for Championship Sunday, you're in Denver.
I was there.
Bang. You get to go because
I
you were
was there, baby. Oh, my God.
Anyway.
What a fucking game. Anyway, yep.
What do you want to do first? So we got a couple videos to get to here. Let's do
3.
Well, I got 3 on my own.
We got 6.
We got 6. So
yeah.
First things first, let's do the Raider Karen, because this is the we were just talking about how this is what Paul and I ran into at Gillette a couple years ago. I mean, this fucking video, I don't even know who to blame here, because I'm sure this dude was probably talking mad shit leading up to this at one point or another. I base that on because that's what I would have done. And when you go into somebody else's house wearing your team's jersey, you have no choice but to just double, triple, and quadruple down. Be a man. Do it. But this lady, honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, I am all for friendly banter.
Yeah.
I'm all for shit talking.
Yeah.
You start getting in my face like this.
Yeah, and don't touch people.
First of all, don't touch me. Don't get in my face.
Yeah.
My right hook is a shitload better than yours.
Yeah.
And you see the husband like grabbing her away, like trying to restrain her. And this is after the Raiders already won. And she's still like in his face, like all up in his grill. It's like, lady.
How weak is the husband that he can't control this white trash?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, get your dog on a leash. Like, I don't even know what else to say about that. Like, that is such pathetic, and that's just a snippet of the video. If you want to see the whole thing, you can find it on Twitter. Just go.
And a dog, you are not kidding.
Go on Twitter and type in Raider Karen, and you'll find it in 3 seconds. That was
that dog.
Listen, I don't know what else went on.
That was the Sally that we encountered in Gillette.
It's always some girl. I remember when I was at the Giants game, 2011, Giants Patriots in Foxborough, and
you were wearing the Boss jersey.
I had my Red Eli jersey on.
Oh, okay, I thought it was the Boss jersey.
No, Kevin Boss caught the touchdown right in front of me.
Yeah, but I thought you ended up getting the Boss jersey during that game.
No. It wasn't Kevin Boss. It was who caught that fucking touchdown?
I thought it was Kevin Boss.
Was it Kevin Boss?
I'm pretty sure, because the guy haunted us, and then we ended up signing him, and he did nothing.
Hold on, let me check, because this is gonna piss me off now. No, I was there, and we're sitting up in the end zone seats, right?
Yep.
And
the 100s. Yep.
We're there, and Jake Ballard. That's who it was. Jake Ballard.
Wow, Jake Ballard, another guy.
I knew it wasn't Kevin Boss. So we're sitting there, me and my Uncle Nick. We're sitting there, and Uncle Nick and I had gotten the tickets because my cousin Katie, she had gotten the tickets for our cousin Kevin because he was going to go to that. That was his team. Kevin was a Giants fan. Those that don't know, my cousin Kevin, he passed away very prematurely in life at 30-something years old, 31 years old. 32 in 2011. He was I think he was 31. He was 72.
He might have been turning 32.
Yeah. So he was about whatever. It doesn't matter. He was very young. Heart issue, complications, surgeries, blah blah blah, the whole nine. He ended up passing away in October. Katie had already bought him the ticket, so she gave me and Uncle Nick the 2 tickets that she had bought for Kevin to go to that game. And so Uncle Nick and I go to that game. I got my Red Eli jersey on. I'm as reserved as I can possibly be at a Patriots game because I'm with my uncle. I'm not with PJ or Smallwood or Pokey or you
Right,
or
right,
whoever.
right.
You know, I'm not there like or cousin Evan, who's Evan will go to fucking Gillette and throw hands. Let me tell
Really?
you. Oh, Evan's a fucking bad motherfucker,
Yeah,
bro.
no shit.
I talked to Evan at Ryan's
All
wedding
right,
a couple years ago.
all
He's a Dolphins fan. My cousin used
Oh,
to be my
word.
little cousin, but now he's like, he's a big dude now.
He's taller than us.
Yeah, and he's like, and he'll go to Gillette. I'm like,
word.
I told
I'll
him,
go
I'm
to
like,
bat for fucking
I'm
Evan,
like,
bro.
Evan. I'm like, he's like, I had a Dolphins helmet on, and like some lady started giving him shit, all as usual.
Who cares?
And
when people go in other jerseys, why do you care that much? That's what I want to know.
Because that's how females validate themselves at football games, because they can't actually play the game, so they got to chastise the guys that root for the other team. So that's what they do, and they
think
attack.
that their husband or boyfriend's gonna back them up
Yeah.
when they talk shit.
And until their husband or boyfriend looks at me, all 6'3", 330 pounds of me, and they're like, "Sweetie,
Yo, bitch, shut the fuck
why
up.
don't you calm the fuck down?" So anyway, we're at the Giants
He's wearing
game.
a Johnny Sin shirt.
So me and Uncle John, me and Uncle Nick are at the game, and I'm rooting for the Giants. I'm not loud, but I'm clapping and yeah, let's go. There's not many what Giants fans were within reach. We would high five every once in a while when the Giants do something good. Brady throws a touchdown to Gronk. It was 4th and 10 from like the 12-yard line. Hits Gronk in the end zone. Minute 34 left, and boom, the place explodes. Like the place is going nuts. And I'm like, fuck. The Patriots just won this fucking game. But I'm like, this is kind of cool to be here for. Like, this is pretty rad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, pretty cool. Like, I get to see the stadium going up. Like, everybody's wilding out. Eddie and Ryan were at this game. We ran into them in the concourse. Didn't even know they were there.
Yeah.
Bumped into them. Literally bumped into them. And so we're there. And we're like, holy shit, like, this is pretty fucking cool. And I'm like looking around, I'm like trying to just appreciate the moment for what it is, despite the team that I hate the most of anything in the world was going to win. And then I look at the clock and I realize, minute 34, Giants got 2 timeouts. This defense fucking sucks. I'm like, this game ain't fucking over. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, yeah, they got plenty of time. It's a 3-point game. I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, we're in business. I don't know, whatever it was, 7 seconds left in the game. Jake Ballard, touchdown, boom, game over. Giants win. And I'm high-fiving the Giants fans around, and this fucking girl turns around, and she was cute. She was like this little petite thing. She was actually like kind of pretty, and she was cute. Turns around, she's like, why don't you shut the fuck up? And I was like, why don't you hold this L or whatever I said?
You
like,
were LeBron, and y'all was a white chick in the stands.
yeah, and
You're
I was
a
like,
baby back
why
bitch.
don't you hold this fucking L? And I don't know if it was her dad. I think it was like a dad and his like daughters and or whatever. And he's like, oh, come on, man. You've been fucking quiet the whole fucking game. Now you want to start talking shit? And I was like, oh, you want me to start talking shit now? I was like, yo, like I took it easy on y'all. I was like, I could have been the most obnoxious, like, and we start going back and forth, right? And this fucking girl is like, fuck you, fuck the Giants, fuck you, you ain't doing shit, this and that. And I said, I'm like, yo, like, who are you? I'm like, y'all didn't have shit to say for 4 fucking quarters, and then y'all thought you were gonna win it, so you decided to get you got too big for your britches. And the whole thing happened. And again, it's always a fucking female. And I don't mean to go all Andrew Tate on it.
It's the
but
3rd time I've been to a game,
but dude, when you're at a fucking sporting event with your boyfriend, your husband, your father, whatever it is,
I
as a
always bring my
female,
boyfriend.
shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Like, I could have ended all 4 of your lives in a matter of like 18 seconds tops.
Yeah, it's
Like, just stop.
always-
Just stop.
I don't get it. I've been to like, well, the Eagles game we ran into that. The Texans game we ran into that.
Goddamn Facebook.
Was there another one? The Colts game.
Dude,
with
I've
that
literally,
fucking old-ass
I have
bitch and the
literally
dude.
had to fight my way out of Gillette Stadium more times than I can count.
Yeah,
I
they
have
fucking suck.
if you looked, if I took a inventory of how many times I've punched someone in the face, I would say 90% of the time it's come at Gillette Stadium.
I want to go to an Eagles game, but I want to dress as an Eagles costume so I don't get murdered.
Yo, did you see the snowballs?
Yeah.
Did you see that video? Did you see that video of those people pelting the 2 fans with snowballs?
Did you see the one with people putting rocks in the
Like-
snow?
I'm talking, there are Eagles fans and there's these two
Phillies.
Niners. Is it Niners? Was it the Niners? Who was it? Niners fans sitting there, and they are fucking ducking cover because this whole section,
dude,
you're talking
it was
like
bad.
you're talking like 150, 200 people in a section. Firing fucking snowballs at these two Niners fans.
That did nothing.
That did nothing just because they had Niners jerseys
Hold on.
And they are fucking ducking and covering like it's fucking World War II,
mean,
bro.
Philly fans are absolute trash.
Trash.
Philly, Baltimore,
Pittsburgh,
the Raiders. No, I won't even put Pittsburgh in that. Pittsburgh fans are loud and obnoxious, but they're not known to like pelt you with snowballs and like that kind of shit. Pittsburgh fans, because Pittsburgh fans have actually known what success feels like.
That's a good point.
Pittsburgh fans are like they're a little louder than they should be. They're a little more arrogant.
Yeah.
But Baltimore, Philly, Raiders.
I feel like DC would be the same way.
Wow, I didn't know that they ejected the 49ers fans for like instigating a riot.
Those two people?
Yeah, I'm gonna send the video right now.
They ejected them?
Yeah, because I think for their own safety, but because they
definitely
were
for their own safety.
But it was like
well, it was like the time I got escorted out of Fenway for wearing a Kobe Bryant jersey to a Red Sox game. It happened to be during the finals.
Yeah, well, whatever.
In 2008, but I mean, ask PJ and Pokey; they were there with me.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally had the ushers come up to me and tell me, you need to sit down and shut up or you're getting thrown out of this game. I'm like, for what? And they're like, you're instigating. And I'm like, I'm just sitting here. And they're like, you're instigating. And I'm like, dude, I'm not instigating anything. I'm like, a Beat LA chant starts. It's clearly directed at me. And I go like this and I'm waving a fucking T-shirt above my head. And they're like, you're instigating. I'm like, dude, again, this is why Boston fans and Boston, people who live in Boston, they're fucking clowns. Total shitbags.
Well, we went up to Malden today. We saw how many guys were just walking around that train store with masks on and how many people had masks on. And I'm like,
how pathetic.
Wow. I'm like, are you fucking people?
All right.
I'm like, okay, I get it. You're idiots.
We took a long. I want to get to these other videos too, but we took a long time in that one video. But I want to bang through some of these other ones. But yes, fans can be dicks, especially Boston. This area. This is not a great area, but this is the one that Paul and I were just talking about the 49ers fans getting absolutely destroyed in Philadelphia. I didn't watch the whole video. I only saw that 20-second clip.
I just saw
but at the
20,
very end, the security comes over and he's like, "You guys gotta go."
Right, because
and then on the thing it says like one of the news reporters for the 49ers says they were asked to leave for inciting a riot, but it was more likely for their safety. Like we understand the situation going on.
Right, you're not gonna stop the crowd, so we need to remove you in order to stop them.
Yeah,
is basically.
All right, check it out.
They didn't do it.
Jesus!
No, dude, I'm getting the whole thing.
This will be ejected and never.
What, the prison inside the stadium? The prison's
No.
full.
The facial recognition software they have within the stadiums now, they can identify you. So like even if you have a face covering on, they can get your eyes and they can run it up against different shit and match it. Like, I mean, we all love our smartphones. But anybody who's taken a course on cybersecurity lately knows how much our phones actually. Even if you turn your phone off,
you still track it.
Off. Your phone is off. You hit power off. Your phone is still on.
Yeah, you have to smash it to pieces.
Yeah, it's still on and tracking.
Like Brady in 2014.
14. So,
15.
Yeah, so that, I mean, but that just goes to show you, like, that's the level of dickheadedness of Philly fans. And that's why, like, I have no respect for Philly fans. I have no respect for Baltimore. Fans. Raiders fans, they used to put, like, the D batteries inside, huck D batteries at people and shit like that. Like, that's an absolute, like, that's trash behavior.
What about LA fans?
That's a trashy fucking cities, though. Trashy cities.
Like, places I would never want to visit.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. fuck. I don't give a fuck if the Colts are in the Super Bowl again.
We went to Baltimore once for a Red Sox game in 2013.
Dude, Baltimore is bad.
And we went to and everything was closed around the stadium. We're like, why is everything closed? They're like, oh, because if you're out here past like 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, like the cops stop patrolling and you'll get robbed. We're like, seriously? And they're like, yeah, you should keep it moving. And they're like, go back to wherever you're staying because you don't want to be here. And we're like, what the fuck? And this is before like all the Freddie Gray shit went down. Like,
they're
you know
just
what I mean? Like,
trash
Baltimore,
ass areas.
it's just trash cities.
Baltimore's been bad
Burn
for
it.
a long
Just
time.
fucking burn it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I have no sympathy for any of those people that live
And
there
I have
because
absolutely no desire to go to any of those games.
I mean, that's what happens when you fucking just vote Democrat leaders and Democrat leaders and Democrat leaders, and all your cities turn to shit. I mean, it's no surprise.
So now let's go from we have a lot of fan content this week.
We do.
People are just Christmas time. They're broke. They're just beating the shit out of each other. Can we go to the other two?
Which one do you want?
Let's go to the Polk High beating the crap out of the Rams fan. Al Bundy doing Al Bundy right. Beating the crap out of this long-haired Rams fan. Clay Matthews' aunt.
I didn't see this.
Yes, you did.
Hang on, let me pull it up. Let's see.
Started like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, when he beats the fucking shit out of this guy.
That guy belongs to the UFC.
Oh, my God, dude.
He gets...
Nah, fuck that. He's sucking a guy who was sitting down or whatever.
No, I'm not being literal that he belongs to the UFC.
I know, but he fucking...
Remember this video?
I'm here. I'm here.
I don't know why that one makes me laugh.
Why?
All right, so you want the...
I want the Rams fan first.
Yeah.
The Rams fan beat down. All right. All right, here we go. So here's a Rams fan getting his ass kicked.
The guy's smiling.
He's like the guy doing the video.
He's so happy.
Look at him. He's like, oh, look at this white boy getting his ass beat. And look at this. Left after left.
That man's face was...
That was Christmas Day, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It had to be.
Was that Eve?
No, it's Christmas Day.
How are
This
you
guy in
going
the
to let
Broncos
somebody
jersey.
do that to you, dude? Like, why are you sitting there letting somebody elbow you? Or,
Those were full fists.
I don't even understand why you would. Right, but like, how as a man are you going to sit there and let that happen to you?
Yeah.
And then, speaking of being a man,
let's do the fat
how about
guy.
jiggle, jiggle, it folds?
Jiggle, jiggle, it folds. So there's a guy, this Bears fan. We don't know if he's a Bears
Bears
fan.
Lions.
He's an Eagles fan.
No, Bears, Lions, Packers fan.
He's some sort of fan of some sort of team, but
no sports.
There's a whole Twitter thread on this guy where he basically goes through like he's just it's video after video after video after video after video of him just running his mouth relentless. You could tell he's shit faced. I mean, hammered shit faced, blackout drunk, probably on his feet. Just this fat, corpulent. Like, this is the type of dude that should definitely get the COVID vaccine. He should definitely wear a mask.
No, you've seen it, right?
He is definitely at risk because he is fat as fuck. And the only thing fatter than him is his mouth, in which this guy then just shuts because finally he meets his match, and this guy just says enough is enough. And this is the aftermath. And look at him. And there's a clip
Everything
of him.
falls out.
There's a clip of him though, like when you see like at the top of the stairs, the guy's punching him and then gets him in a headlock and then pulls his pants down, like pantses him and then throws him down the stairs, which is why you can see right here his ass is hanging out, like because the guy who threw him down the stairs actually did pull his pants down. And this I'm telling you, it's worth a watch. Maybe we'll put the video up. We'll put a link up to it later.
It's like 20 minutes.
But it was like a 15-minute watch. It was a good, solid watch.
But he no-sold that far, and he goes back up there. He goes, "What's your problem, bro?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Did you feel nothing?"
And everybody else is just like, "Oh shit, this dude just got tossed."
Yeah, Stay Puft got knocked out.
What a fatty!
Stay Puft, man.
It was fucking glorious.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah. So that was that. And now we've got. All right. So let's get to the other. We got a couple other videos to get to before we get out of here. We've definitely covered the Broncos firing Hackett. Sean, we haven't really talked too much about Tua versus Mac, but I know you have been dead ass all in on Tua is trash. And while I don't think Tua is bad at throwing a football, I think your point was this man's never going to stay healthy long enough to play to have an NFL career. And now here we are with Tua back in the concussion protocol.
4 concussions in 12 weeks.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And that's just this season.
Right.
So while we're on the concussion thing, let's do this first. Let's go back to Monday night, last night. Chargers, Derwin James, and the Colts.
Ooh.
And this hit because this is gonna send me on a rant, but let's just watch the video.
More here in this first half. Here's another one. Watch out.
That's tough to see.
More here in this first half.
Why though? I mean,
here's another one.
Oh my God.
It's a clean fucking hit.
It is. It's violent.
I'm a Colts fan.
Sean,
it's just violent.
Sean,
yeah, but
why do we play football?
No, of course.
Because we love violence. Why do we want to play football? Because we want to carry out legal assault on our friends. That's why we do it. And when you saw the Twitter reaction, the social media reaction to this fucking hit,
I'm a Colts fan.
It reminds me of why. Again, we have a cousin, right? We're going back probably 10 years now. We're at Thanksgiving dinner, and my cousin, who is not an athlete in any way, shape, or form. I mean, this man is never
the epitome of
a soy boy.
Yeah, beta.
Like, he definitely drinks soy lattes.
Do I know this person?
No.
Let me put it this way. He's won an Emmy, okay? He's won an Emmy.
I don't know this person.
Very accomplished in his field, in his career. I'm not taking anything away from him. Great dude. Love him. My cousin. Literally my cousin. But we got into an argument at Thanksgiving dinner a couple of years ago, and he's like, and we were talking about how, and this is going back a decade, because this is right after Kevin passed away, so this is like 2012, 13, somewhere in there. And I'm telling, we're having a discussion about football, about how the NFL is ruining the game.
Yep. With
all these rules, because I think this is on the year of Sunday Bloody Sunday.
Okay.
Remember when Brandon Merriweather and what's his name from the Falcons
and Brandon Merriweather
and everybody, remember that was the day everybody just got fucking smoked.
Yep.
And Roger Goodell came out and was like, enough of this.
Yeah.
We've had it with you blacks. And basically that's what he did. He was just like, yeah, all the guys who did it were black, so we're just going to punish them. And Roger Goodell's a racist, and I have no problem saying that, but whatever.
Man, you're probably not lying.
I'm definitely not lying. But the point is it was right after Sunday Bloody Sunday with Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm sitting there saying, like, yeah, like, cool, like, you're trying to legislate something out of a game that you can't legislate out. Like, you can't just make up rules and say, okay, if you do this, it's going to be a penalty. Because the game, it's inherent within the game. You're always going to have these big hits. Right. That crossing route, which Nick Foles did an absolutely fucking terrible job leading his receiver right into
wide
death.
Open. Yeah, I know.
I mean, there is a thing. Remember, go back again. Why does it always come back to Playmakers? Go back and watch the original, one and only original season of Playmakers, when they find out the wide receiver's gay and the quarterback is like throwing him like high balls over the middle, and the defenders are just teeing off on him. He's like, "Oh, sorry, man. I guess my release point's a little off today." Like, quarterbacks know when they throw a ball, like, "Ooh, that might get my receiver killed."
Hospital balls, yeah.
Hospital balls. It's a well-known thing. Nick Foles throws a hospital ball. The defender does what the defender's supposed to do, and yet the defender gets ejected. And both players end up in the concussion protocol. And they're like, oh, well, you're out of the game anyway. But Derwin James gets ejected because it was a second personal foul of the game, because I guess he had a 15-yard face mask earlier in the game, which, again, that shouldn't even be a fucking thing. Like, that is got to be the most ridiculous rule. Like, oh, a face mask.
Compounding penalties.
Yes, like oh, if you get 2 of these, you're out of the game. You're ejected. Like, what? Like, those are subjective fucking calls. What used to be a 5-yard and a 15-yard face mask is now only a 15-yard and a personal foul and your first strike towards being ejected. So it's basically like, okay, don't do anything risky for the rest of the game, or don't put yourself out there.
Don't
because,
play, basically.
Don't play.
Don't make that play that you can actually make that's going to, like, help your team fucking win the game. Just sit back and fucking chill.
We're
Fuck
at
that.
Thanksgiving dinner, and we're discussing the big hits and the thing like that. And I'm saying, no, that's what football is all about. No one plays football because they want to be healthy. Period. End of story.
They want to get paid millions, maybe have a short fucking career, but who cares? They got their family out the hood.
Basic, and that's how. Like, ask Michael Irvin.
Hopefully,
ask Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin's like, I don't care if you went back and told me in 1987 or 86, whatever it was when he was playing in Miami, hey Mike, you're gonna play this game. You're gonna set your family up for the next like 6-7 generations to come, but it might take 15 years off your life. He'd be like, if I take 30 years off my life, will I set it up for the next 14 generations?
Right.
Because I'll do that.
Right.
Because that's the sacrifice that you're willing to take as a professional athlete. Nobody gets into a NASCAR or a Formula One car or a race car of any kind without knowing that there is an inherent danger there that you might not come back, that you might get in that car, and that might be the last thing that you do.
But
so the same thing happens on a football field.
They love it, so they do it.
You love it, you do it and it also pays you.
Right.
So what is the fucking problem here?
Would any one of us do that? If any one of us could play for 5 years guaranteed, but it takes 5 years off your life, would you not do it?
Sign me the fuck up.
It's,
Sign me
only
up
5
right
years.
now.
It's
Sign
only 5
me
years.
up.
You're not an all-star.
Sign me
alcohol
up.
I ingest
Yes,
on a
it's
weekly basis
probably
it's
gonna
probably
cut
taken more than that off of my life already.
Facts.
I didn't mean to go that route. I'm just saying 5 years of average.
Dead ass serious. I'd rather fucking cancel alcohol for the rest of my life. I'll go play football for fucking 5 years. Pay me fucking $70 million, and I am good. See you later.
I'm saying you're not an all-star. I'm saying you're an average NFL athlete. You make like $350,000 a year.
No, I think the veteran minimum is like almost $1 million a year now.
Yeah. It's
well,
like
I'm saying you're on that rookie contract.
Minimum's
It's like
$800,000.
No, not anymore.
Well, it depends on what round you were picked in.
Yeah, that's like first round you're talking about.
But no, I get what he's saying though. But the point is like if you're gonna pay me millions of dollars to play a game,
I understand
a sport,
the risks.
I am assuming the risk. Okay, and what we're getting back to is that the conversation I had with my cousin that year at Thanksgiving was he was looking at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, Sean, I'm like, you don't understand. Like, you've never played football. You've never put on a helmet. You've never put on shoulder pads. And I'm not saying that you need to do that in order to understand the game. However,
I mean,
it definitely helps.
It definitely fucking helps.
It definitely gives you a different perspective.
When you get rocked and you fucking understand it and you know what you did and you fucked up, it definitely helps to understand what that feeling's like.
I've suffered more concussions from riding bikes when we were 6-7 years old than I have playing football. And granted, I only played 1 year of college football. And it's fine. I know one time there was one instance where I was definitely concussed, and I definitely you see that green flash, you get hit, the green flash happens, you open your eyes and you're in a different place than you feet away from where you remember being last. And I got up and I gathered myself up and I was good, I was fine. And I went and I played the next play and I took another shot and another shot and another shot. And now, was that making it worse? Probably. Do I give a fuck? No. Would I do it all over again? Absolutely. 100%. If you gave me right now, if you said you can go back right now to your physical ability in 2008, when you were at 23 years old, and you can play all 4 years of college football, I would do it in a heartbeat. With no questions asked. I wasn't getting paid. I didn't get a scholarship. I didn't even get fucking free lunch. I got nothing. In fact, that cost me money. I was so fucking broke. I was literally scrapping for change in the floor mats of my car, hoping to find 79 cents so I could get a beefy 5-layer burrito after practice at the Taco Bell across the street from the practice field to sustain me on the way home.
Right.
Because mom and dad wouldn't give me a fucking dime. They didn't give me $1. I asked mom for $20 one morning for gas, lunch, food, and everything else, and she flipped the fuck out. Like, I mean, lost her shit on me. And I was like, okay. And I literally went to school that day thinking I was going to have to quit. True story. And I didn't quit. I stuck it out. And luckily I had my wife there to bail me out. And we made it work. And that's how it went for me in college in that 1 year. And that's why I didn't play a second year, was because I couldn't afford to. I didn't have financial aid. I didn't have, money coming in from alternate play. I wasn't borrowing money to play football. I was borrowing money to pay for school. I didn't have the extra, cash kicking around, so I couldn't play a second year. That being said, when I sat at that table at Thanksgiving talking to our cousin, and I said, Sean, I don't care about the concussions. I don't care about what happens to me. What I care about is that I get to go out there for 60 minutes, or in my case, 3 hours every, Monday through Friday.
Right, whatever it is, yeah.
Because I only practiced. I didn't play. I wasn't good enough to play. But I got to go out there Monday through Friday and practice, and I got to physically impose my will on another human being. I got to go out there. I mean, listen, I went up against a professional wrestler whose action figure is sitting right over here over my fucking right shoulder.
He's in NXT. He just wrestled tonight, I think, too.
Yes, he did. Dijak. Go look him up. And then I went up against a guy who's teetering on becoming a professional strongman.
Who's that?
My buddy Tripp, Steve.
Did he qualify?
The guy that
got shutted out by Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
Eddie Hall watched his workout videos and was like, "Fair play, lad.
Yeah.
This
I
dude
did
is
see that
strong."
video. Yeah.
I posted it on my Facebook a couple months ago. He got shut out. So those are the two dudes I went up against. I blocked those two guys every day in practice. I went up against them every single day in practice. They physically imposed their will on me, or tried to. And I'm not going to sit here and say like I was a better football player than them, but they definitely didn't beat me. They were definitely they had their moments, but each one of them to a man would have told you, like, fuck. Like, for somebody who's never strapped up before and never played, you were a good fucking football player.
You were dead.
Which was the highest compliment. And Dijak gave me that compliment. Dijak told me that one day after practice. He said, I don't know. I didn't know you didn't play in high school. I didn't know you had no idea. He goes, you never played in high school. He goes, you are a better football player than I'd say 90% of this team. And that was the highest compliment anyone ever paid me at the collegiate level. And I said, and it was just because I had a love for going out there and doing what I did and being able to physically impose yourself on another human being. And our cousin didn't get that. And you know what he said to me? He looked at me and goes, "Oh, that's so barbaric."
I mean, yeah.
And I said, "Yes." I said, "That's why you sit there and fucking play the piano for ballerina dancers while I go out there and whoop the fuck out of other fucking alpha males. You and I are not built the same. I am here to protect you. When when society comes crashing down, you will be looking to me to protect you. Be thankful there are men like me." And this is when the whole toxic masculinity thing kind of bubbling up. And I remember telling him,
pour the poison in, bitch.
And I just remember telling him,
saturate it.
And I just remember being like, shut the fuck up and go play your fucking piano and let the real men fucking handle football.
I'll be as toxic.
Because the problem is that when you had that hit last night against with the Colts and the Chargers, when Derwin James did what he did, you had people on Twitter going absolutely fucking nuts.
Ape shit. And I'm like,
he
why
should be
did
suspended.
He even get this?
He should never play another down. Fine him. This, that. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? That's football.
Fucking football,
That
bro.
is football
That
at
is-
its core.
Dude, I was so pissed. I'm a Colts fan. I was pissed. I'm like, why is he being fucking suspended? Or ejected, sorry. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Clearly you can see through the fucking replay, even like whatever. I'm just saying, he aimed for his shoulder, hit his shoulder first.
Yep.
He just annihilated him so fucking hard. He went through his shoulder and into his fucking head.
But that happens. That happens all the time now.
All the fucking time, dude. Ashton Doolin's not a fucking star. I'm saying just like whatever. Like,
But it doesn't matter
doesn't
because the
matter,
NFL wants to put because again.
Right. Well,
these
because
rules
a lot
were
of people
put in.
think that the rules are out there to protect the big stars, and they're not.
Well,
because
they
these
are.
Two not
They
big,
are.
But these are two non-stars.
Well, Derwin James is a star.
Ashton Doolin's not.
Ashton Doolin's not. But the point I'm getting at, Paul, is this is another way for the NFL to arbitrarily be able to control games. This is another way for them to be able to say, like, oh, that's a penalty.
Pissed. I almost
Fuck
texted
this guy,
you
get that
last
guy
night.
out.
I almost texted you.
I honestly, I didn't even see it in real time. I only saw it because my Twitter feed erupted.
You weren't watching it, so I was like, it's no big deal.
Oh,
I had it on,
it.
but I was racing at Daytona trying to fucking avoid the squeefs.
Right.
So I was doing my thing. But that hit that he put on him in 2006, do you not remember Reggie Bush getting fucking destroyed?
Yeah, welcome to the NFL.
Who hit him?
Sheldon Brown.
Sheldon Brown.
Wow. Okay.
Eagles, Sheldon Brown.
Yep.
Absolutely. And remember Reggie, he tried to get up, then he went back down all fours and started crawling?
Yeah.
That used to just be a
Welcome
normal
to the
hit.
NFL, bitch.
But you have people like my cousin now who have been given a voice on social media, and they get to sit there and go, well, that's not right. Well, they shouldn't be able to do that. Well, that's illegal. Well, why did he lead with his helmet? He went helmet right to his neck. Oh, that is just disgusting. Get the fuck out of my game.
Yeah,
But
that's the fucking
Get the fuck
game.
off the. There's a reason why your bitch ass is sitting there fucking talking about football, and these are the same fucking assholes. These are the same motherfuckers that come up with their DVOA and their advanced metrics and all this other bullshit.
Hey,
These are the fucking bug men that didn't get to play football when they were kids, and now they want to fucking be involved, so they come up with all these advanced metrics and all this other dumb
Because they
bullshit.
play fantasy or
because
some
they play
shit.
fantasy football,
Right.
and they want to feel involved.
Right.
They
Fuck
want to
you.
feel involved.
Get the
fuck you.
fuck out
You're
of the
not tough enough
sport.
to fucking play my sport. You're not built like this. Get the fuck off the field.
And stop having a fucking opinion. When I saw Ashton Doolin get fucking laid out last night, I was like, oh, we got fucking rocked. I'm like, oh my God, that was awesome. Wait, what? Okay, I get the flag. Yup, here we go. I'm like, okay, cool. Glad flag, 15 yards. This, that. They said he got fucking ejected, and I'm like, is this fucking college
what is this, the NCAA?
bullshit? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, that is the fucking basis of the fucking sport, is laying somebody the fuck out.
To annihilate
Fuck
the other
you.
team.
Fuck you. I'm on this team, you're on that team. Fuck you. And I fucking loved it. Sorry, Ashton Doolin. Love you, my homeboy. But that dude was not wrong for fucking pummeling your asshole straight into the fucking ground like you deserved it to be. And fuck Nick Foles for leaving him out to fucking dry.
Pretty much. And didn't Brady say this 2 years ago? When Brady came out and said, where the defenses are being penalized for quarterbacks
offensive
making
mistakes.
for offenses making mistakes.
This 3 years ago now. His first year in Tampa. Yeah.
Prime example,
19,
Monday
yeah.
night, bingo. Defense is getting penalized for offensive fucking mistakes.
It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. And look, we're gonna have flag football played at the Pro Bowl this year.
That's not going to last.
Watch. You watch. You watch. It's gonna get great ratings because people are gonna tune in to see what happens. You watch. We have not seen the end. We have not seen the end of the safetification of the NFL,
this is gonna
or
get
as I
bad.
like to call it, the pussification
It is gonna get
of the
bad.
NFL.
It's gonna
Because
get bad.
again, because you have a bunch of fucking cunts like my cousin,
Soy boys.
soy boys. No disrespect to my cousin.
I mean,
But,
not
like-
disrespecting like a personal way, like fuck you, dude, like who you are, but like just don't.
Wait a minute.
Your people.
Stay
Wait
in
a
your,
minute.
stay in your lane.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, stay in your
Hold
fucking
up,
lane,
hold
dude.
up. You can't say the last 20 minutes, fuck you, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then,
No
and then
disrespect.
casually at the end of the show, no disrespect. Wait a minute.
No, it's like it's like no homo.
Exactly. That's like the old thing. You go to a gay club, you're grinding on all these dudes, and at the end of it, you're like, no homo. And you're like, oh, it's okay.
No, like it's like, oh, I sucked that dude's dick, but I said no homo.
Right.
So it's cool.
No, but I mean, I know what you're saying, like, because people like our cousin have a lot of opinions, and they have a platform to display them
Well,
on.
not really, but this was just at the Thanksgiving table. But the problem is that he's a microcosm of a bigger group of people who are casual NFL fans, who don't understand what football is really all
don't
about,
watch football.
that don't play it, they have no desire Because A, they physically can't. I mean, like, let's be honest, dude. Of all of our cousins, if you put all 13 of them up against me in an octagon, I'm probably coming out the victor.
All right, Kimbo Slice, relax.
Like, I'm not even saying like no disrespect, but like I am clearly the biggest, strongest, most well-equipped of all of our family.
I'm the referee on this one because I'll fuck everybody's day up. So
I mean, I would fuck you up. And if it was a no holds barred shit, I don't know if I'd be able to hurt you because I'd use my little brother. He'll be like, nah, I can't do that. No, I can't hit you. Like I couldn't hit you.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
I don't know. If
I could not punch you in the face.
That's all right.
I couldn't punch you in the face.
No,
I couldn't do it.
I know you couldn't.
I would try to make you tap, but I don't know if I could hit you in the face.
If you get that
because I remember some of the battles we had, like in the basement when we were kids. We were fucking. You got the remote for the TV in your hand. You won't let it go, and I'm slamming your hand off the fucking off the fireplace, trying to get you to release it because Paul wants to watch the Britney Spears album
I
release.
wanted to jerk it, all right, when I went to bed, all right. So I wanted to fucking watch.
And I
want to
watch,
Spears,
and I want to watch some like Navy SEAL special I've seen 40 times.
Jerking the dudes. All right.
And like, but me and Paul would battle like when we were kids because we were only 2 years apart, so it wasn't like. Yeah. And this kid, I'll give him credit, pound for pound, he's probably the strongest motherfucker I've ever met in my entire life.
Just
I don't know
remember,
where
anybody who's
I don't know
listening,
where he gets it from.
Anybody who's listening, I will fuck you up. All right, don't.
But
step
like,
to this
but I'm
shit.
just saying.
No
I'm just saying.
to
Like,
my
if you look across,
no disrespect to my cousin.
No disrespect to my cousin.
You look across. You look across the landscape, bro. Like, listen, man. Like, ain't nobody in my family, immediate family, cousins, whatever, blah blah blah. Like, even friends. Like, I don't know, man. There's not a lot of people I'm hitting with an open fist, like with a closed fist. I'm going open fist on. I'm going open hand on you all day.
Slap you.
Slap you up. I'm slap you up. I'm gonna slap you up. I'm not gonna hit you with a closed fist because it's not fair.
Slap you.
You know what I'm saying? But my point is that you got people like that they're the ones that are ruining the game of football, and it's gonna take an army of us, people like the three of us, to sit down and when these people start mouthing off and going off about, oh, it's barbaric and that hit has no place in the game, we have to push back 10 times harder than they are pushing and say, no, fuck you. This is how the game is played. This is how it's supposed to be played. If you don't like it, there's the door. Don't watch.
Right. Don't.
And honestly,
just keep your fucking opinion out of it, asshole.
And if you get to the NFL and you say, I don't want no. This is bad. Like, we should be protected and player safety and all this other shit. Then
how the fuck did you get there?
There's the door. If you don't want $20 million a year, there's the door. We'll find somebody else that will do your job for $2.
Yeah, send your mom back to work at Stop and Shop,
yeah,
asshole.
go ahead.
Like, go ahead.
See you later.
Yeah.
Beat it.
Bye.
Beat it. See you the fuck later, dude.
Right.
I mean, could the NFL have done better with their compensation for retired players and the health insurance and the shit that they denied, which is where all this which is where this all really stemmed from.
Right,
I mean, Pete Rozelle and Paul Tagliabue really kind of screwed the pooch on this. They probably foresaw what was coming, but didn't have the ability to foresee the extent of what was coming, because now the NFL is having to do a complete double and quadruple down on the player safety because they denied all the guys in the 70s, 80s, and 90s like health insurance and all this shit and like all these claims. And they're like, well, no, I had head injuries from playing this game, and you told me I was good, and all these doctors told me I was good, but I'm clearly not good, and now I'm going to go fucking stick a shotgun in my chest and kill myself because I'm depressed because of CTE. And it's like, the NFL's like, well, that wasn't us. Well, no, it was, but if you had provided them with the proper medical benefits and the proper coverage and care, then maybe we wouldn't be in this situation. So the NFL is just as much to blame as anybody. And again, I fuck the NFL. Fuck Roger Goodell. Fuck the NFL.
Facts.
Fuck the fucking league. Like,
Roger Goodell is
honestly,
like Joe Biden.
I would love nothing more if this show was forced to come off the air and end because the NFL just caved. And it was just like,
it's not going to happen.
Holy shit. The NFL, everybody's like, nope, fuck this. The NFL sucks. We're all done.
Bye.
And it became like hockey, where, you know, or the WNBA, where it was just like being subsidized by something else. And everybody's like, nope, Nope. You could buy an NFL franchise right now for the cool price of
$440,000.
Speaking of which, didn't the Redskins have final offers made like last week?
I didn't keep up with that, so I don't know. I would be
Celtics
lying.
won, by the way.
Yeah, 126 to like 113.
Who fucking
126
cares?
to 102.
I'm sorry. Is it February yet? Do I care?
We beat them by 24 points.
Who?
I don't know. Where the fuck we played? I just
We
saw Pat
beat
posted.
somebody.
Pat posted it.
They
all
beat
right?
somebody.
I'm going off Pat.
Neat.
All right. Celtics win 126 to 102.
Pat didn't tell you they just beat the NBA All-Star team, and you're like, we did it.
But let's get to all right. We're way over, so let's get to these last couple of videos here. Is this the fastest guy you've ever seen? He might be.
Go.
Ignore the song.
Yeah, I've seen this. Unbelievable.
This is wild. Runs that man the fuck down.
First of all,
when I saw that, first of all, great hustle on that kid's part.
I thought that quarterback was Kyler Murray in high school.
Wait, replay that?
Running back is lane. Right? Like you just tells him, nah, you snuffed.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Unbelievable speed. That was really cool. And then my other favorite part of this weekend was it wasn't my favorite part to watch the Dolphins lose. But Tua did look like shit, to Sean's credit. Sean has been saying Tua is shit and will forever be shit.
No, I'm sorry, but there are Dolphins fans who will go unnamed who will tag me on Facebook and they'll be like, "Are you ready to admit you're wrong?" And I'm like, "No, I have Ian blocked. I can't stand. I can't stand him. I don't care if that's public or not. I just find him fucking annoying as shit." Other Dolphins fans who I get along with, they'll be like, "Are you ready to admit that Tua is good?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "It's not there." I'm like, I'm terrified of Tua being hurt again because now they're going to go full after like a Lamar Jackson in the offseason.
Right.
And then I'll be legitimately terrified of the Dolphins. I'm like, right now, with Tua at quarterback, I am not afraid of the Dolphins team.
Yeah. They caught fire this year. They did well.
They
I
caught
like
fire.
Mike McDaniel. I do like him as a head coach. I think he's got the locker room.
You know what? You know what he is? He's Pete Carroll light. I don't like that.
Yeah, but I think
I don't
he's
like
got
that
the
shit.
locker room behind him.
I don't like those T-shirts. I wish it was colder, bro.
Nah, he pulls the swag, dude. He's like a Sean McVay.
You're
kind.
The best tweet I saw about Mike McDaniel was a picture of him like bobbing his head, like strutting through the practice line while they were stretching.
Peacock.
And it's like Mike McDaniel looks like the dude whose dad he took over for his dad's company while his dad's out of work for the week. Like like he's running the company while his dad's out.
Though.
You like him because right now they're winning and doing good. I want to see Mike McDaniel when that team's facing adversity. That dude's gonna cave because he is a kid. That's what he looks like. He looks like a kid.
But so
coaching
was
a team.
fucking Sean McVay, and they come from the same tree.
Sean McVay never comes across as a kid. Sean McVay
Yes, he does.
He always comes across as like an overconfident, analytical psychopath who's like, "All right, we do this," and he's like very aggressive. Mike McDaniel's like, "Hey, man, did you listen to the new Jay-Z album?"
I know.
It's like, dude,
bro.
shut
Hey,
up.
you want to go party and do some blow later? Like no,
I
dude,
don't know.
I'm
So,
a running back.
Something rubs me wrong about that.
Let's
dude.
talk. Let's listen to Jair Alexander talk about how he picked off Tua.
Walk us through that play. What happened and how'd you grab it?
Oh, man, that's easy. So I'm just lining up. I seen number 10 motion over. Hey, Jones. Here. I seen number 10 coming across the field. I said, oh, snap, he fast. So I backed off. When I backed off, I seen him coming. He ran right in front of me. I was like, wow, is he really overthrowing it? Huh? Took it down the sideline, turned over my guy.
He reminds me of
I love it.
they get the best barrels, dude. You know what I'm saying? Well, Pat.
If you celebrate it, Merry Christmas, go enjoy time with your family. We got to do it, baby.
That is in the first half.
That's him.
Wow, is he really overthrowing me like that? That's fucking hilarious. That dude's the man, dude. That was hilarious. I saw the video, but I saw the clip of it, but I didn't actually watch the video. That was the first time I heard it.
No,
Yeah, it was fucking great.
He's hysterical.
That's mad funny.
He's like, wow, is he really overthrowing me like that? Well,
Bow, got it down the sideline.
But I love when I love right in the beginning, right here in the beginning when he's like,
Walk us through that play.
says
What
what's up to
happened
his
and
boy.
how'd you grab it?
Oh, man, that's easy. So I'm just lining up. I seen number 10 motion over. Hey, Jones.
Hey, Jones.
I seen number 10.
We're on the same
Bop,
team.
like,
I know.
when he's like, hey, Jones.
Yeah.
Bop, like,
He's like, I'll see you in 30 seconds, asshole.
That's
but that shit
fucking
was
funny,
fucking
yeah.
awesome. I thought that was funny as hell. I look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Packers make the playoffs as like a 6 or 7 seed, and it looks like they're probably going to.
They're dangerous with those teams.
Are you, if you're gonna be the 2 seed, the 1 seed now becomes empirical in the NFC because you're talking about Philly, San Fran.
You never want to face Aaron Rodgers.
And I don't know who else. I forget who else was the was at the top of the standings. Hold on, it was going to be it was Philly, Minnesota, and San Fran, who are all right there within like a game or two of each other. If Philly doesn't get that 1 seed, like Philly's got to avoid that 1 seed. If Minnesota gets the 1 seed, and then they got to host the Packers in the first round. Does anyone have any confidence in Kirk Cousins to play host to Aaron Rodgers in the fucking wild card round and pull it off?
No, I just hope
None.
I'm just glad that the Super Bowl fantasy Super Bowl is this week.
Yeah, right. For real.
I got Kirk Cousins. I don't want.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're because the Packers are one of those teams, like you do not. As a number, and this is why going to 7 games I think was so fucking ridiculously stupid.
17.
Because I'm sorry. The playoffs going to 7 per
teams.
7 teams
In the wild card. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because only the 1 seed gets the bye. So you have there's no reason to be the 2 seed anymore. Like there's really like who gives a shit? Like
You still got to play.
yeah, like you still got to play wild card weekend, which blows. It used to be a nice, like, okay, we're the 2 seed. We got a week off. We can come in and, chill.
Don't worry, 18-game season's coming, 18-game season's coming plus expansion teams, so that way it'll make 8 teams in each conference now, and you'll go back
And
to
you'll
2.
go back to 2
Yeah.
at the top, right? Which, again, will just be a watered-down, shitty product, but whatever.
Can't wait.
It's going to happen. I mean, look, we can't field 32 legitimate starting quarterbacks.
Bicentennials.
Yeah, we can't field 32 legitimate starting quarterbacks in the league. So you know what the solution to that problem is? Add 2 more teams.
Add 4 more.
Got it.
And they're gonna be like, first quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, so fucking stupid.
39 years old.
But I'm telling you right now, whoever the 2 seed is in the NFC, God bless you if the Packers are the 7.
Hey, Jones.
Hey Jones, what up? He's like, hey Jones, Bob. Like, what? Like, what is
Mad
he doing?
funny.
But anyway, all right. Well, should we wrap it there?
Yeah,
Do we have any?
I mean,
did I miss anything?
No, we covered a lot of videos this week.
Covered pretty much
I love
everything.
when we end the show with videos. That should be like a good stretch at the end too. It gets more people.
I
At
do
the end,
like
it gets
it.
more people get eyes on the product. They come and watch us. We have our reactions to the videos.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we hit like dead time right now. Like especially in this region, with the Patriots suck. People are like, I don't give a shit about.
The Patriots sucked. The NBA, like, okay, cool. Like the Celtics are good, but nobody
They
really
just
gives a
beat
shit
the
about
Rockets. That was who it was.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who's
Nobody
even,
cares about the Rockets.
who is even
Say
on the
it.
Rockets?
James Harden wants to go back, and strippers across Houston are like, word.
Yeah.
He wants to go back.
Listen, man, the shake joints in Houston are apparently chef's
Never
kiss.
been.
Yeah, he goes when he's on the road there, and he just hangs out at the strip clubs for like hours.
I've been to some strip. I've been to a lot of shake joints, but the best ones I ever went to were in Queens.
Never been.
Sick, dope.
Oh,
But-
speaking of strip clubs,
I mean, I was sitting there. I was
see
sitting.
Sapphire in Vegas. It was like apparently a UFO above Sapphire in Vegas.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't a UFO. That was a strobe light.
Fucking no, I don't know.
I saw the exact same thing when we were in Miami. Remember I said it was like looked like the Covenant was invading through
Oh
the
yeah.
clouds. Yeah, you know what that was?
It's like a fucking weather
It was a
balloon.
A blimp.
a skylight or whatever those fucking
A weather balloon.
lights. No, it was a light from the fucking Dolphin Stadium shining straight up into the sky. It just happened to be cloudy. So I made it look like it was projecting the bottom of the clouds. I was like, oh, cool, the Covenant are invading. It wasn't that. But yeah, I was like, yo, where's Master Chief at? Let me get a gat, son.
That 7-foot ass motherfucker about to come
I was
out
like,
some
I mean,
shooting shit.
yeah. I mean, listen, I
wasn't that tall.
ran train. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Master Chief is 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why the whole like the.
I was
the-
today years old.
Yeah, Master Chief, if you see him, is like massive amongst like regular people.
Spart-
I thought he was
all
like
the Spartans
6'2".
were. No, all the Spartans were massive
I didn't know that.
because they're in suits. They're not. necessarily like it doesn't necessarily reflect
Okay.
them.
Oh, I didn't know
Their
that at all.
physical size, because the Spartans were always significantly bigger than the Marines that you play with. Remember when you're walking through and they're all like, "Oh my God, it's a Spartan! Oh my God, it's a Spartan!" And you're like looking down on them like you're Shaq in their Spud Webb.
Maybe it was Shaq.
Might have been, but no, yeah, that's why I had a kind of a major problem. Like one of the biggest problems I had with the Paramount Plus Halo
Never watched it.
series. It was good. Don't go into it if you're not a Halo guy, so
No, I love the Halo. I just didn't know about that. I just
right,
played
but
the
you're
games.
not like a Halo nerd.
No, I was just a matchmaking person.
Yeah, so like you're not gonna go into Halo. Like I had some friends who were like big time Halo nerds, and they were like, "This is trash," and I'm like, "Okay, fine. Like we get it. You read all the books. You know all the lore. You know all the shit. It's like going to watch Star Wars with somebody who knows way too much about Star Wars, and you're like,
That's not Boba Fett.
and you're like, can you just shut up, like, and let me enjoy the movie, please? Thank you. But no, the Halo series. The one thing I had was that the Spartans were not significantly bigger than like the human counterparts on the ground, like as they should have been. They were bigger, but not like holy
Massive,
shit bigger.
yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, but another story for another show. But anyway, this is our final show, boys, of 2022.
Yeah, it is. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Next time we be on the air, it'll be 2023,
How many
and
years is that now? 10?
October will make 10 years.
That's fucking crazy.
So we are going to be into our 10th year
Fucking weird.
doing this show.
Weird.
It'll be fun. Hopefully we'll have some good things planned.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, listen.
I fucking love that guy.
I know.
You follow him on TikTok?
Who?
The kind of like the big dude with the hat that's always like, hey. And he's like, if you
Show me what it looks like.
if you decide to be undecided, which are you?
Yeah.
And he like does like the surprise, like he basically tells
gotta see
dad
it
jokes.
first.
Paul will send you. Paul can send
Yeah,
you some
I'll
shit.
send you. I can't find him right now.
He's fucking hilarious. He's awesome. He's one of my favorite TikTok follows. But anyway, we'll be back next Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. ish, right here on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guide. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. We hope you all had a great Christmas. And I hope you all had a great Schwanza.
What the hell's that?
Did you miss that?
Yeah, I did.
You did not see Nancy Pelosi wish everybody a happy Schwanza?
No, I missed it completely.
Am I the only one that pays attention to like the current political events?
I fucking
going
hate
on
most
around
of the
here?
politics
Yeah,
going on.
because I hope they all fucking die.
I just get annoyed most of the time, so I fucking ignore everything. Like when Pelosi talks, I don't give a shit. When Biden talks, I don't give a shit.
When Pelosi talks, all I want to do is see her tits. She's
Nancy
got
Pelosi?
massive boobs, huge.
She has huge
Isn't she
tits, but
70?
I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't care, but I would like to see him. Just maybe even if they haunted my nightmares.
Oh my God.
Like whenever AOC starts talking, I tweet it. I've been banned from Twitter so many times from just tweeting at AOC, be like, "Show us your tits." Like just release
yeah.
the sex tape already, please.
You're gone soon.
Yep. You're out of here. It's not that big a deal. And then what was the other one? Fuck. Anyway, I forget. But nonetheless, yeah, no, like you gotta pay attention. Nancy Pelosi's sitting up there and she's like, oh yeah, she's like, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Schwanza, like, and then you got the fucking VP, Kamala, the cackling cunt, sitting there talking about how she used to celebrate Kwanzaa. She's like, I used to love when I was a kid. We would light the red, green, and black candles. And it's like, bitch, Kwanzaa was created like on your second birthday. It's a made-up holiday, and they just invented it when you were 2. You never celebrated Kwanzaa in your house. We all know this.
Right.
It's like anytime Joe
You're
Biden,
full of shit.
whenever Joe Biden says, "No, I'm serious," like that's his tick. Like whenever he's lying and he's like, "I'm not kidding. I'm serious."
I don't get it.
That's how you know he's like dead rice lying. Whenever he's
So he must say
like
that
when
a
he's
lot.
like when he's talking about like Angelo at Amtrak or how he got arrested when he was trying to like go see Nelson Mandela in prison. It's like, yeah, none of that shit happened. It's validated that none of that shit happened, and yet you still keep pushing it. Anyway, I digress.
It's unbelievable. I agree with Paul though. I can't do politics.
Well,
stuff
anyway,
right
happy
now.
Schwanza.
Yeah, happy Schwanza.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year.
Merry
Stay
Chrysler.
safe. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if I have nothing to offer you sports-wise, if I have nothing to offer you any other way-wise, please, for the love of fucking God, when you're out this weekend celebrating New Year's Eve or you're celebrating New Year's Day or any holiday for that matter, just remember, nobody is going to be upset if you are 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes late to wherever you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I got to ask you why you tweeted that, though.
Slow the fuck down, because we almost got T-boned at an intersection.
You did?
Yeah. We were going to take a left onto Sharp Street. Sorry, not Sharp Street. Allen Street.
You were close to me. Gotcha.
We were going to take a left onto Allen Street.
Yep.
And then we're going to bust a right onto Milton.
Yep.
You know, to do the cut-through.
Yep. Sadly, I know those streets way too well.
I get to Allen Street to go take a left, and here comes this broad in like a fucking 2012 fucking Honda Accord screeching to a halt.
Shout out to the Nissan people.
And like just in the middle of the intersection, I'm like, where are you going? What were you doing? Luckily, like I stay in place until I'm absolutely sure all the cars around me are going to stop before I go, because I would have been the one to get fucked there. And I had my dog in the car, and I'm like, I'm not trying to, and my wife, and I'm not trying to deal with all that.
No shit.
But like, lady, like, first of all, where were you going in such a hurry?
Target.
That you need on this is on Christmas Day.
You heard me.
Christmas Day.
Still Target.
There's nothing going on. There's no one on the road. And then
Psychos.
And then on the second part of it is like, what did you forget there was a fucking stop sign there?
Yes.
Like
it's like bad.
How
nobody stops around where I live.
Fucking ignorant.
Joey, nobody stops around where I live. The stop signs don't exist.
I literally
Nobody stops around where I live.
I'm dead serious. My new neighborhood, nobody stops.
No.
Nobody ever.
I loathe people who drive.
So I'm not gonna tell people where I live. I turn left onto a certain street. That sign has a stop sign. I do not. The amount of times I'm coming to the point where I have to turn and I just see big ass trucks blow right through it without even hesitating to touch the brake. I'm like, I'm gonna die one of these days.
Just listen, slow down, do the speed limit. They're there for a reason. No matter how cool you think you are, no matter how fucking good you think you are, you're not better than you're not that good. Trust me, you ain't that guy.
Trust me, pal, you're not that guy.
Believe me, pal. You ain't that guy.
What's up with his eyes being so small?
I don't know. But you ain't that guy. Slow the fuck down and do everyone a fucking favor and don't fucking kill someone around the holidays because you're 15 minutes late to your fucking in-laws.
Yeah, you think it's more important than someone else's life.
Just fuck off for 5 seconds behind the wheel. Slow the fuck down. Put on a podcast, enjoy the ride, go slow, drive smart. I don't know. Anyway, it's a rant I have. I can't stand the way people fucking drive. They're all terrible at it. I've never seen anything that humans did. Like, if you told me I was going to do something every day from the time I was 16 years old until the time I was 75, and I was going to have this one thing, I was going to do it every single day for all those years, and I was going to actually not get better at it, I'd be like, well, that sounds like a giant waste of time. That's driving. Because nobody gets better at it. Everybody does it every single day, and yet they somehow manage to get worse.
I can't wait for the first snowfall, that real snowfall that we get here, because everyone then, same joke I use every year because it always applies, everyone is Vin Diesel and Sean from Tokyo Drift.
Or they all decide, you know what? I don't need to drive today, but I'm going to go driving today. And it's like, no, just stay home. Stay off the road. You don't have to do that.
First snowfall. I got to cue up the song. First snowfall. I'm waiting for it.
It's just the Yokozuna music.
No, but that works too.
I already know what you're going with here.
What am I going with?
Tokyo Drift song?
Yeah, I kind of played that hand pretty. I was pretty loud with it.
Yeah, you were not quiet about that.
I was not quiet. But the name of the band is Teriyaki Boys. Like, what a name.
It's a fantastic name.
Probably very racist, to be honest with you.
Is it, though?
I don't know. If they're all white, then it's racist. Yeah, it's like 15 years old now.
Dude, this is something. No, Tokyo Drift was...
Wasn't it like 07?
Was it 07? I thought it was like 05. Yeah, it was 05. It had to have been earlier than 07. 07 was Transformers. But anyway, slow down, be safe, be smart. Just chill the fuck out on the roads. Jesus Christ, pay attention. Get off your phones. I don't know. Public service announcement from Joey Fats. It just drives me up a fucking wall to see people get fucking needlessly hurt, killed, and families go through the bullshit that they have to go through on the holidays because somebody couldn't
Facts.
be bothered to fucking put their phone down or just slow the fuck down. Just slow the fuck down. If you think you're going fast, if you think you're not going fast enough, you should probably just reduce your speed by 10. But anyway, Joey Fats Radio, row one, seat one. Until next Tuesday night, we will be with you the first Tuesday of 2023.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
See ya.
Another year in the books, boys. Cheers to you guys. Thank you for joining me as always. We'll be back next Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. right here on One Live with the one, the only, the New Bedford guy, Joey Fats Radio, row one, seat one. We'll
Let's
check you
do
next
it.
week. Peace.
Let's do it.
Later.